I'm trying to find it. So you said news center. Hold on a second. Ugh. I was just hoping somebody could just send me a link so I could, because I had to do some other things. But remember, I haven't been following this case, guys. I mean, I know a little bit of the basics, but you guys wanted me to cover it, so I just needed. You said news center or wait? Why am I not? Can you just send me a link, somebody? I'm having trouble freaking. Just because I don't have all my hands here, I'm trying to. Wait, is there another one besides Associated Press? Because I feel like I've gotten copyright from them before. Can you send me another one? Hold on. Okay, so I'll rewind it. Thanks, Ashley. This is a good one. Information that deviates. Oh shoot. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm going. We're just gonna be a couple minutes behind, guys. I just had to eat something, so I haven't. Come on, dude. CBS. Give me 1 second. Thanks, Ashley. Hold on, let me send it to myself. Urgh. I'm trying, guys. Give me 1 minute. Definitely, let me just email it to myself. Shoot. Come on, dude. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, I got it. But I am going to rewind it, so we're going to be a little bit behind because I want to see it all since I'm so behind. Ew, I just ate a piece of hair. Okay, and then I'll send you a link, Ashley, but hold on a second. That we can do after because we won't really probably be talking for the press conference anyway. All right. Let me share my thing. Share. All right, so now I just need to share this. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I got it now. All right.
The U.S. They are grieving and have a right to know the latest info in ASL.
Why is it so low?
See, we changed this a little bit, the kind of the setup from earlier today. And again, as we continue to evolve, right? Lots of podiums. We lost our maps. The whole thing was a little bit of a mess earlier, to be quite honest. And our victims in this investigation, the people that are doing the work, deserve better than that. So I would also tell you that we're kind of looking for a larger venue as well. The chains here and everything else seems to work. We're going to use some technology for some pictures here right off the bat. So I would say that, again, thank you for joining us. It's been a busy day for our law enforcement officers and our partners around the state. I'm going to give some updates from what we found, but the real primary reason I wanted to bring you back in today was we wanted to really identify the victims and show their pictures. We won't get into family backgrounds and their lineage at all, but we do want to show those pictures, give ages. I would say that the families didn't want hometowns listed. They do certainly deserve and want some privacy around these issues, which makes complete sense. And we're going to start with that component of our information simply because that's why we're here, right? This is about the victims. That's why we do what we do. And that's why we're striving so hard. And that's why you're here because you care about them as well. So we're going to go ahead and load that behind us here on the screen. And I think Shannon Moss can also put that information out following this. Some specifics here, I would just like to note that the families actually approved these photos, sent these photos in to us. for a lot of different reasons. I think some of them show a little of their character, a little of their relationships, and some other specifics. You'll just see again a picture, a name, an age, and then there's a couple symbols there. And we wanted to be specific enough to what location they ultimately lost their lives at. And again, thank the families for allowing us to even do this. They certainly didn't need to do that. They're working through their own struggles, and rightfully so. So I'm going to start with this and then ask for just a moment of silence before we continue on to our next agenda item. But that top left, as you see it, and that is Ronald G. Morin, 55. And I won't read the venues. You can put that all together yourself. Peyton Brewer Ross, 40 years of age. Joshua A. Seal, 36 years of age. Brian M. McFarland, 41 years of age. Joseph Lawrence Walker, 57. Arthur Fred Strout, 42. Max A. Hathaway, 35. Stephen M. Vozella, 45. Thomas Ryan Conrad, 34. Michael R. Deloria, II, 51. Jason Adam Walker, 51. Tricia C. Asselin, 53. William A. Young, 44. Aaron Young, 14, his son. Robert E. Violet, 76, and his wife, Lucille M. Violet, 73. William Frank Brackett, 48 years of age. Keith D. McNair, 64. Just have a moment of silence. Thank you. Thank you for that. Truly, truly appreciate it. And we do, again, appreciate that to the family. They did give us those photos. I did not, however, have any of the family members pronounce any of those last names. So certainly no disrespect intended if in any way screwed up the pronunciation. So to move on, I would also like to address the numbers of the victims that I confirmed earlier today with the number 8. And I will tell you that's miscommunication on my part. I was wrong. In talking to our detectives, we had a list for people that had been identified and family members that had been notified. There's also a separate list that involved family advocacy and whether or not they had been plugged into that. So the reality here is that all 18 of those victims, everybody that we listed here today, everybody has been identified and their families have been notified. So we were in contact with them. I would expect some more information later tonight, and I'll definitely talk about it tomorrow morning at 10, reference to Family Information Center, a new location, and some material around that, exactly what services will be available at that particular time. But I definitely wanted to make sure that I correct that mistake from earlier. So several other updates from this morning's briefing. I know that Shannon has sent along the aerial maps that we showed or tried to show here on the board. So you have received those. I also think that we had, and Shannon has corrected this as well, but the Jeb Scott boat ramp, the proper name there was the Paper Mills Trail and Miller Park boat launch. The address was correct at 501 Lisbon Street. The Jeb Scott is a little bit further down the river, apparently, and we certainly like and appreciate everybody working with us to make sure that we had the proper location, the proper terminology for that. And other additional updates, the boat launch search of the river, the Androscoggin, they're still out there right now, and they'll be there as long as they can based on the light. And as we mentioned earlier, we're talking about sonars and grid searches and things of that nature. That's time intensive. It's taken them a while to work through there. They want to make sure they do it right. So we're not going to finish that search this evening. I would be surprised if you ever saw divers in the water overall. But tomorrow we'll have additional dive resources available to us from out of state, as well as some additional in-state teams. So again, we'll discuss that a little bit at 10 o'clock tomorrow, but no surprises. We expect that to go over, and that we'll have some assets there tomorrow. They did a bunch of flyovers this morning, as I mentioned. They did the sonar searches, some side, some ROV, and we'll be back on that tomorrow. The bar scene itself, they continue to do their on-scene investigation there, as well as at the bowling alley. They did check those wood lines. They may be back in there tomorrow as well, but that is progressing as expected. And I think another major piece of updates for you now is to talk about the shelter-in-place order and where that's going effective immediately. And I'm not a big reader of orders, but I think this is important that you hear this directly from a couple different sources. We're going to put out a release. There's going to be a cell phone geofence release to some folks. We've used that a couple times already during the active shooter as a warning and otherwise. But the shelter-in-place order is rescinded, except hunting is prohibited in the towns of Lewiston, Lisbon, Bowdoin, and Monmouth, beginning Saturday, 10/28/24, until further notice. The state police continue to search in Lewiston, Lisbon, Bowdoin, and Monmouth for the suspect, Robert Card, and recommend individuals remain vigilant. Businesses may choose to open or remain closed. Commissioner Camuso from IF&W is here to help us answer any additional questions about that hunting piece. It was asked this morning, and it was a good question. And I told you at that time that we were working on an answer for that. And what that means is that the general shelter in place has been rescinded. Specifically, hunting, again, is prohibited in those 4 towns and those 4 towns only. And it's important that I mention that because the rest of the state is allowed to continue with their resident-only day on Saturday, tomorrow. And what does that mean? That means that there are going to be communities that hear gunshots from time to time because they're going to be hunting. So we would ask everybody to use caution in that and not think that every one of those gunshots is directly regarding this particular crisis situation, this investigation. So clearly, if they think, if they're suspicious, if they're concerned, they could certainly call their local agencies. But I would ask them to think about that, where they're located, when do they hear that? If they're 150 miles north, do they need to call their 911 center and create a response? And I think I would say no to that unless they have another set of facts, a fact pattern that would believe them that there's a direct connection between that gunfire and what they've heard to this point. So we had mentioned why we made that decision initially because of the crisis and the situation that we had. Those 4 towns in particular, clearly with Lewiston and the 2 tragic situations here, the 2 locations we already talked about. And then you have Lisbon with the boat launch, Bowdoin where the suspect lived. In Monmouth, there's other family connections in that particular area as well. So this is not to say that the crisis is over, the emergency is done, we can go about our lives as life is good. We want our folks, we want our residents to remain vigilant and to pay attention to what we share for information. I again focus on what we share is in the Department of Public Safety in the city of Lewiston, because we continue to see a lot of information from a lot of different places that is far from accurate. I would also say in that regard, when we say that we're going to meet you here at 10, we're going to meet you here at 10. And when we say we're going to notify you, we are going to notify you in the afternoon if we're going to get together and what time that is. I just encourage you to believe that until I prove you wrong. And I won't. And I say that because we've heard some other stuff. There's going to be a press conference at 1 o'clock. And then our PIO, who's incredibly busy, gets 100 emails that says, is it going to be 1 o'clock or is it going to be this? And you've got a job to do. I get it. And we're trying to help you do your job. And if you could help us do our job, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. So that is some of those pieces for updates from what we worked on this morning. A couple of additional things. Neighborhood canvases, as an example, I did not speak to that. So we talked about large deployments of officers in various locations. What would that look like? Neighborhood canvases could be a couple of officers knocking on a door. And that's going to be happening at various locations around this particular area in multiple towns. Again, if somebody's using their own common sense and they say that doesn't seem right, then sure, call. But you could have 2 uniformed officers or 2 officers with clearly displayed badges jumping out of a marked car to come talk to you as detectives. There was a question this morning around arrival times at the 2 locations, and we had done some research on that, which was hot off the presses walking out the door to come here today. So spare time, as we had mentioned earlier, that initial 911 call was occurred at 6:56 p.m. And by the CAD system, or the computer-aided dispatch system, so somebody calls in on a radio and they says, now I'm out at that location. The first officer, the first Lewiston officer arrived based on that system at 7 p.m., so 4 minutes later. The reality there, however, is that there were 4 plainclothes police officers that were shooting on the range in that general area. They hear that call come in, and they're walking into the bar, and or rather the bowling alley, in about a minute and a half. So they don't have radios. They weren't in uniform. They hear it as they're at the range. They respond to the address immediately, and then they address the threat and clear the building. For that same location, right, spare time, as an example, you have Lewiston. It's a self-contained police department. They work with everybody, so it's not uncommon to see the Maine State Police in town, but they don't have specific areas to patrol. Calls came in to dispatch centers for the Department of Public Safety that would control the Maine State Police, as an example, at 6:57, so a minute-ish later. And we didn't have necessarily troopers right inside the town, so 11 minutes later, our first trooper arrives, which is not uncommon, actually, and that's a pretty good response time, considering it's an urban atmosphere and troopers aren't here. The second set of calls, as we've discussed, came in at 7:08. So this is the bar and grill. And the first Lewiston officer is responding there at 19:13 or 7:13 p.m., so 5 minutes later. And then really it becomes exponential after that, as an example. Should have mentioned this earlier, but spare time, a minute after those initial officers respond, 8 more are there. Now we're saying now everybody's starting to roll in about the same time, and about 10 officers are responding to the bar and grill immediately thereafter. You got the first folks, and then people are just showing up from the police department and other locations. And that particular calls for service for the Maine State Police through Department of Public Safety dispatches, we got that second call at 7:10, about 2 minutes later than the Lewiston Center received it. And we had officers responding and arriving 3 minutes later. So why is that? They're already flying to the first address, and now we got a second call, and now they're diverting to that second call. So it's obviously they're in town, and they're running hard to that location. So those are the arrival times that I was asked about earlier today. I think based on the list that I made this morning, I think that's all we had for information. And I'll just call that kind of updates and follow-ups, things that I knew you were asking. There were some additional questions from the general public, which has been good for us to receive those through these, right? They get a chance to see stuff, and then they reach out and say, what does this mean? We had a bunch of people reach out about that shelter in place, and what does that mean, and what should I do, and what does that look like? And rather than answer those through conversations with city staff, city leadership, police chiefs, we decided to rescind that order again, but recommend that people remain vigilant as they move forward. So I do appreciate them reaching out, and all of that contact has something to do with our ultimate decision. Where do we go from here? So with that in mind, that's the information that I was asked, and the information that I can update. We do have, I believe, the suspect picture up here as another piece. And the reason that we did this is because it's been quite some time. We've seen that photo, and you have a bunch of different photos. This, in fact, has more of the physical description of his height and weight, and his more official hair and eye color. You could guess at that based on some of the photos that you see, but why do that if we can directly give you that information? So if you could freshen up any material that you have there, it does again show that brown hooded sweatshirt and dark colored cargo pants that are in the photo that we had released earlier, which showed him walking in to spare time with that firearm. So I think that's the information that I wanted to get out to you today. I appreciate you coming back or holding on. I know you have long days and long nights, So that piece, you were going to be around anyway, I'm sure. But I am, again, happy to try to take some questions and answers. The chief is here as well, but we did want to keep this tight from an operational standpoint. So, yes, sir. Yeah.
4 officers were at the scene, right? Can you just go over that again?
Yeah, sure. So officers are required to qualify a certain number of times a year, right? So in this particular instance, the officers are in plain clothes. They're shooting at a range right around the corner. The call comes in, they hear that, and they're going to respond, which just speaks to when these things happen, everybody's going. You could be a detective, the chief's bailing out of the station, you could be wherever, everybody goes. So being Lewiston officers, they go, we know where that is. Everybody gets in the car and they immediately go to spare time to help in any way they can, not knowing that in fact they're going to be the closest there and the first out. So that cuts almost 2.5 minutes off the original or the initial uniform police officer's response. And that's not uncommon from a police standpoint. Sometimes you got months where you're thinking, boy, I'm right around the corner when all this stuff happens. And sometimes I'm on the other side of the city when other stuff happens. We're very, very lucky that the officers were that close because I think you save lives with time responses. And in an urban atmosphere, depending on where everybody is and how busy the night is, that response could have been much longer than that. Yes, sir.
Have there been any credible sightings of the suspect by either law enforcement or the public since the shooting took place?
Yeah, so we have, again, 530 plus tips and leads that have come in. Some of those have been sightings. Some of those have been, and I would say as simple as, but hey, I've got a vacant house that's in this location. I own a barn that I'm afraid to go to. There's something over here that concerns me. So those things run the gamut. And I'm also going to use that opportunity that the FBI supervisory agent in charge, Jody Cohen, who has been with us during these press conferences. We gave that digital video information out this morning. There's already well over 100 entries in that system. So that means you're putting that information out and the general public is grabbing hold of that, wanting to be involved and sending that information in. So I thank you for that. And we certainly thank the FBI for their assistance with that kind of material. So we've got all kinds of, if somebody may say, somebody.
Has law enforcement seen him in the last 2 days?
We have not. Law enforcement has not seen him in the last 2 days. But again, in that stack of that 500 plus, you may have somebody that says, hey, we see somebody that looks like that. So we have not, but go ahead, ma'am. Yeah, I cannot, and I'm not going to speak to the note itself. I acknowledge the fact that a note existed this morning, but I'm not going to get into exactly what it contained. But, sir?
Sir, you said that the officers, plainclothes officers who responded, addressed the threat, cleared the building. Can you explain what happened there?
Sure. When I say address the threat, they're going in the door, addressing an active shooter. So they're going in prepared to do whatever they need to do to make that scene safe. On that particular time, the suspect is no longer there. They're going in as if they were. So the first thing you do is you go in and clear that location, make sure it's safe, and then you start working with victims and triaging people and trying to make sure that you're getting additional units there as fast as possible. So, yes, sir.
I wonder if when the officers arrived at the second scene, the suspect was still there, or whether by the time the first responders arrived, the suspect had already left. And secondly to that, outside of the area of Lewiston and the surrounding communities, can you talk about the work that's going on further afield, the suspicion that we might have been able to flee a bit further than that, potentially even outside of the state?
Yeah, sure. So the suspect was not at the second location when the officers arrived. As we discussed this morning, we showed those 3 maps as specific areas we knew we were definitely going to be working in. And then we've also cleared other areas that are farther afield. Somebody may again say, there's a barn over there. There's an outbuilding over there. There's some family property that somebody's uncle owns, and can you check that? So as those things come in, some of those are kind of on the checklist to begin with, and then some come in real time. Because as those leads come in, we do look at those and then we farm them back out to either tactical units that are looking on that apprehension side or investigative units that can go out and do additional interviews. Well, at this point, we are cognizant of all possibilities. We're not closing off anything because we want to make sure that we're being as comprehensive as we can with these particular searches. Yes, ma'am?
We noticed earlier there was extensive law enforcement presence in Gordon. What can you tell us about
In what town? Durham. Okay, yeah. So, and that's a situation where we did. I heard that on the radio. Somebody had reached out to say that somebody may ask that question today. So we did look at that. There was a location there on a street in Durham where there were 2 911 hang-up calls. 911 hang-up calls happen on a regular basis, depending on where they are. You may go, okay, wait a second. And then we had a second call. And then there was a sheriff's deputy that responded to the scene and then ultimately did not answer their radio, right? So you go 911 hang up, 911 hang up. Okay, wait a second. The officer that responded is not talking. That could be for a lot of different reasons. Again, based on the circumstances, we're certainly concerned about something like that. So officers did respond, make sure that he was safe, the scene was safe, and they moved on. So there was no direct connection to the suspect in this scenario, at least in today's call for service. Yes, sir.
Have you at this point secured or gone to all the residents, every place where he had lived previously? Have you gone to each one of those homes? And additionally, at this point, have you executed all available search warrants? Search warrants at the houses, at his
Yep.
car, social media, electronics. Have you put all of those search warrants in, or there's no other?
There's still a lot of work to be done around the search warrant side of the house, just based on workload alone. I don't know, however, have we searched every house that he's had over the last amount of time? Certainly the ones that most recent. There's a Bowdoin connection, which caused a bit of a stir last night. That was a location we were concerned about. Our reality from a homicide investigation, as an example, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you may have done 1 or 2 search warrants. Based on electronic devices and everything else, you could do up to 30 search warrants on one. So this kind of situation, clearly there's going to be a lot of affidavits, a lot of work to be done around that. So we're working with the U.S. Attorney's Office, the Attorney General's Office. Federal entities are assisting with these warrants. That's an all hands on deck. You just never know, I'm going to open this device and that's going to be the one, right? So we farmed that out to make sure we're making as much progress as possible. And I'm sorry for waiting. Go ahead. Mm. Yeah, so I think that goes in 2 different directions, right? We certainly have a lot of resources coming for the river tomorrow, because it would be nicer if it's sunnier, you can get a better look into the water. So that's one angle. If it's colder, there's an argument to be made that your thermo style of equipment, where you're looking for body temperatures or heat signatures, may work better in that scenario. So it does definitely vary. If it's cold for the suspect, it's certainly cold for our officers as well, and all those different things. We're certainly prepared and willing to do all those things, but that's where we're at. So yes, sir.
Discuss some of the reasoning behind why you removed the shelter-in-place orders in this town, where you acknowledged you're still actively searching. And secondly, do we know how many weapons Card had or has in his possession?
The second question is no, I don't know how many he has or had. If there are weapons within that residence, that'll be part of the search warrant and counting those things out. And the decision to release that or rescind that shelter-in-place order is something that we've discussed internally as command staff members at the CP, and saying, okay, we're looking at pros and cons, right? We've got communities that are locked down, that are shut down. There are families and schools and pharmacies and all those things. So we knew going in, and have acknowledged that repeatedly, that we know that can have a negative impact on people. So the other side of that is we had very pointed threats early on reference to these locations, and nothing specific since then. So you have to look at that, and you have to do the math on that and say, so are we more comfortable? Are we doing more harm than good by keeping people away from these clinics and their doctors and in schools? And while this is still absolutely a dangerous situation without question, we've got to make recommendations and ask the people that we serve, ask the people that we protect, to be vigilant, to pay attention, to listen to what we have to say. If you see something, say something. Because in most cases, you're like, I don't like that. That looks strange. We can feel that, especially when you live in neighborhoods, right? That you live there, you're comfortable with that. That car is wrong coming down my driveway at this particular time of the day. What is going on? So that we don't come to those decisions to go into the order or come out lightly by any stretch of the imagination. But we do appreciate all the input from everybody about what does that mean and how it's impacted me as a person, right? So I appreciate that. Yes, sir.
Commissioner, is there any reason to believe that he may have obtained another vehicle, since he would have found this car or may have gotten on the boat and gone down the river?
All possibilities are open to us. I don't have anything specific reference to that particular question. Well, next steps, where did he go after that, and what was he in or not? Which is why we have feelers out in all directions. Is that a possibility? Sure. Is the river a possibility? Sure. We're going to continue to work those things until we're comfortable that those things have mitigated to the best of our ability, right? Because some of these locations we serve a search warrant on doesn't mean we're done, right? We may actually go back and continue a search and new information and go back and check a location again. So all of those things are absolutely available. Sir, right here. That's a good question that I don't know the answer to. I know that the Attorney General's office told us this afternoon that they were trying to complete the rest of those warrants in a timely fashion. Now that those individuals had been identified and the families notified, I'll have that answer for you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock for sure. And right here, ma'am, sorry.
Yes, two questions. The first is whether you can confirm that police found a gun in Carter's car, the one that the suspect's car was discarded.
Mhm.
And secondly, I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about what communication has been like with law enforcement in other on the border states of Canada, New Hampshire, even Massachusetts, and specifically whether or not there's any expectation or any plan to put the border checks in place as a suspect continues to potentially do the thing.
Yeah, sure. So we won't speak to evidence, specific evidence. Did you find something here? Did you find something there? I completely understand why the question is valid, but it's not something we're prepared to talk about, certainly this early on in an investigation. I can tell you that I've been in contact with all of our border states or country. New Brunswick reached out to the governor. The commissioners from our border states reached out to me immediately the day of, and have reached out to me multiple times since then. Again, a lot of their officers are with us at this point, right? New Hampshire is up here, Massachusetts is up here, you name it on the federal side of the house, they are here. So everybody's really working hard on that side of it. There's no expectation at all that there's going to be some kind of a border checkpoint scenario. But I'm going to take one more call, one more question here from you, ma'am. Oh, absolutely.
Chief, for members of law enforcement, especially from Lisbon, Auburn, and this close-knit community, can you talk about what it's been like to do this investigation when they may have close connections to some of the victims?
It's been very difficult, I can tell you that for certain. Seeing these pictures come up on the board, I know a couple of them myself. There are many law enforcement officials that I know some of these victims, and it's certainly very challenging. Try to go into a situation very objectively and, do a very thorough job knowing that you know this person that it's affected, or, a family member or a friend. Very difficult. I can tell you that all of the police officers I know from the area remain very professional at all times. And we press on and we get the job done.
Chief, just quickly, if you could provide perspective, also sitting the scenes, the two scenes where the shootings took place, some of the complexities, are we dealing with 50 showcasing hundreds? What are just some of the complexities?
Yeah, again, the state police has the lead on this investigation. I can't comment on that. I can tell you that in scenes that I've investigated personally or that I've been to, it happens a lot. It takes a long time to process these scenes. It's nothing that happens in a quick manner, like Mike mentioned earlier this morning. It doesn't happen in an hour and the case is solved. These things take time.
I'm not prepared to answer that question, but I do appreciate that. And as I mentioned, thank you very much for being here. We really do appreciate that. And we'll continue to strengthen this partnership and get out as much information as we can. So have a nice evening. Thank you. 10 o'clock tomorrow. And it will be here unless we change the venue.
Wait, what's at 10 o'clock? Huh. What is it, 10 o'clock? I missed that. I just wanted to see if there's anything else. Okay, so here, let me remove this. Hold on one second. I found like some clips. I was trying to go through. Hold on one second. Let me play a couple clips. And then actually, here's the thing. I felt like I was going to need to have all day to review stuff. But then I was like, I was just like looking through because this press conference was pretty slow. I mean, there wasn't a ton of stuff that he was saying, so I was able to look. I was trying to look through some other stuff. 1 second. I have a couple clips, and then we'll. All right, let me play a couple while I get everything else ready here. How's everybody doing? Where's everybody at? Come on, people. I need ya. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me exit out of this. All right, let me just. I don't know which ones are like necessarily. You guys have been following it. A lot of you guys probably seen a lot of this, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything really. So I'm going to play a couple of these and kind of get familiar with the scene. Now, as I was going through some of this stuff, how many people think there's a possibility that maybe he unalived himself already? I was in some groups and it seems like there's not that many groups, but I joined a couple groups that I found already. And it seems like there's some people that are thinking that he probably unalived himself already. I'm going to take a poll on that because I have, like I said, since I'm just new to this, I don't know what my opinion is right now, but I'm going to let's watch these clips. I'm going to put a poll up and then we could, Ashley, if you want to come up, but I'm trying to, come on. Here we go. Hold on 1 second. Let me add this and then let's watch this. And then I'm going to put a poll up real quick too. Just watch a couple clips real quick. Some of them are from today and some of them are
and dangerous. Let's take a closer look at Robert Todd. He's 40 years old. He has around 20 years of military service and he is considered armed with an AR-style rifle. Tonight, authorities are warning residents, stay inside.
But Mr. Card is considered armed and dangerous, and police advise that Maine people should not approach him under any circumstances. I continue to strongly urge Maine people to follow the direction of state and local law enforcement amid this ever-changing situation. Please, if you see anything suspicious, please call 911.
Tonight, authorities here in Maine say he's a triple threat. He has military background, he has weapons instruction background, and he battled with mental health. We've confirmed ourselves that he recently spent some time in a mental health hospital over the summer. Meanwhile, here in Lewiston and beyond, it is a ghost town. Downtown is right behind me, and it's a ghost town. I haven't seen one car go by. We talked to people around town, and they are in fear. But we also today learned a little bit more about Robert Card. He lives in a town about 20 minutes from here. Let me show you where he lives. He lives in Bowdoin, Maine. And as you can see, we couldn't get to his house because ATF and police agents have surrounded it and cut off the streets. Neighbors in that area, many of them wouldn't talk to us out of loyalty to the Card family. Meanwhile, just up the road, the Card family is a cattle family. They own a lot of land there in town. They're well respected. At least that's what a family friend told me just a short while ago.
As far as you can see, everything around here is their land. They're farmers. They're really good people.
What about Robert?
I knew he was back around last year because I saw his brother and talked to him while he was hunting. And other than that, he's been in the military the last 20 years, as far as I knew.
Married, kids?
I don't think so. Yeah, I've been here for 44 years. I know everybody. I mean, it's a small community, and I mean, the Cards are really good people. They're hardworking, farming people, and this whole thing is absolutely mind-blowing.
So talk about hitting home. That gentleman right there, his 20-year-old daughter was 5 minutes away from the restaurant where the shooting happened, and somebody called her and she quickly turned around. That man told me that between the bowling alley and the restaurant, that is really the kind of hub of social activity, because beyond the city limits, it's really kind of a farm town right here. Let me give you.
I don't know why that just cut off right there, but hold on. I want to play a couple more and then 1 second. so I could get a feel for it. From what? Just from the very little that looking at it, just in the last like 20 minutes or how long have I been on? Yeah, 40 minutes. I think he might have unalived himself too. I think that's a good chance, guys. I really do. All right, so this next video, they're all just a couple minutes long, and then we could have a little discussion, but I just wanted to kind of look through it. So at least I could take part, Ashley, in the discussions, because I want to like be a little bit familiar with what the heck's going on. So here's a News Nation video from 4 hours ago. Let's see what this one does or says.
We want to head over to you now. Can you describe what you are seeing? This is a high activity area at this time.
This is, and we followed a high police presence. We were over on the other side of the river where you've been seeing Dre's live shot all day, where that boat ramp was. And as we were standing there, when there was that kind of false alarm, where there was that call for a search of that greenhouse, shortly thereafter, we were pulled over on the side of the road and we saw SWAT teams screaming down the street. So we followed them to this dirt road across the river. And now we are seeing officers coming out of an area where we have been watching them congregate for the last better part of the hour. And if you look at that map where the car was and where the river is, we are right across the river. We're in Durham. So there's long been talk about what if he had a boat? What if he had a jet ski? If he was able to get across the river from that location where his car was left, he would be over here on this side. So this makes sense. So we are off of a main road on a dirt road where you're right. It is residential. There are homes here. There are neighbors that are looking out of their homes at us. The media is congregated just down the road. We have been given the notice from the police. They've been telling us to push back and stay right where we are. We were one of the first people here. I can tell you that when we pulled up, the U.S. Marshals were in a circle and there was somebody on their knees with their hands up. It appeared to be, obviously not Robert Card, maybe a resident. Somebody said it looked like it was a teenager out walking a dog. They were questioning him. We now do not see that young man. He might have been told to go back into his home, but he has not come back down this road. So we are looking at SWAT team members. We are watching a very high presence of U.S. Marshals that gathered at the end of the road that you're looking at, and to the left where you can see a few men standing. That is where they all went. So that huge group of law enforcement, and we have sheriffs walking by us right now, as you can see, and they are walking to the end of the road. So there is a major activity. They are looking in these woods, and we are waiting for word to see what exactly they found.
I appreciate that update, Laura, and it's certainly tense moments with that young man who you describe with his hands up, that situation. So we're taking a look at your live picture right now. How many people would you say actually entered the woods in that area? I know in the distance we can see those few people congregating. At this time, how many people are fanning out and actually searching this specific area?
Oh, I would say there was at least 30, if not more. It was a huge presence when we pulled up and everybody started getting out of the car. These, of course, are a long line of unmarked vehicles with their sirens out, and they pulled over. As you can see here, you can probably see in the shot a long line of cars, kind of like what we saw yesterday. But they all pulled out and they kind of grouped up where those guys are.
Okay. I am going to hold on one second. I want to share this article. Seems kind of interesting. It says it's from today. Hold on, see if you guys, I'll try to find a couple things that are like from today, so maybe you guys don't know about it yet. This seems, so it says, where did that go? Okay. Robert Card may have targeted deaf people during mass shooting, believing they insulted him. Kind of interesting. Hold on a second. Oh, I thought I was like, am I on mute? Okay. Believing they insulted him. Okay. So still at large, Maine mass shooting suspect Robert Card appears to have targeted a deaf cornhole night during his deadly rampage. 4 of the 8 killed at Shemenji's Bar and Grill Wednesday night had attended a cornhole night for deaf people at the venue. Card, an avid cornhole player, had recently suffered significant hearing loss and taken to wearing high-powered hearing aids. his family told the Daily Beast following the massacre. So wait, how did he suffer? What happened? They make this a little bit bigger. Does anybody know? Where are we at? Okay. His sister-in-law, Katie Card, said he had become paranoid and thought he could the voices. Probably he thought he could hear the voices of people talking about him, including at the bar and bowling alley, which were targeted. Wait, so he thinks he could maybe hear the voices at the bar and the bowling alley, which were targeted, leaving 18 dead in total. He would get mad and claim that we didn't believe him. We tried to listen to him and tell him that nobody was talking about him, Katie told the Daily Beast. As the story was unfolding, we prayed that Rob had nothing to do with this. But when we heard the 2 places where the shooting happened, my husband rushed home. Footage of U.S. Army reservist and former recycling plant worker Card playing cornhole was published by Inside Edition, along with a social media post by a regular at the bar after the shooting, who wrote, "I cannot believe we all played cornhole with that guy all last winter. I'm so glad none of us were at the tournament tonight." Of the victims at Shemenji's, I'm probably saying that wrong, Stephen Vozella and Brian McFarland, 40, have been confirmed as members of the deaf community, while Joshua Seald worked as an they're supposed to be missing a space probably. While Joshua Seald worked as an American Sign Language interpreter for the Pine Tree Society. Bill Brackett was also taking part in the tournament and was killed, although it is not clear if he was also part of the community. Card's family say he had recently struggled, that he truly believed he was hearing people say things, and this all just happened within the last few months. Wow, that's a crazy man. Dang it. So wonder if it is schizophrenia. Was there ever a diagnosis? Wait, hold on. Did I miss a... Okay. We're sorry. Injured on Rampage Wednesday night. Okay, so... It says, Card is shown on a security camera walking into the Just-in-Time Recreation Bowl in Lewiston shortly before 7 p.m. Wednesday and opening fire with an assault rifle. Minutes later, he allegedly struck at Shemenji's bar and grill about 4 miles away, killing people inside and out. So killing inside and out. Wednesday at 6:56, police responded to multiple reports of an active shooter at Just-in-Time Recreation, a bowling alley in Lewiston shortly before 7. Wednesday, William Russell. Let's see. So here's the Just-in-Time. Second location is Shemenji's. Law enforcement received several calls reporting a gunman at Shemenji's Bar and Grill and about 4 miles away from Just-in-Time. And then the boat ramps here. Okay. The Androscoggin County Sheriff's Office released a grainy image of the then unidentified suspect clutching what appeared to be an AR-15 assault rifle at Just-in-Time on Facebook, asking the public to come forward with any information. So here's the boat ramp. So shelter in place issued 8:09. The Maine State Police issued a warning about an active shooter in Lewiston and urged locals to shelter in place. Police in the neighboring city of Auburn issued a shelter in place alert a few minutes later. 9:17, Lewiston police released a photo of a white Subaru with a black bumper and asked the public to alert them if the car was seen. And then the suspect identified. 9:26, the Lewiston Police Department received a call identifying the suspect as an Army reservist Robert Card of Boy Doing. 9:56, a Subaru matching the previously released photo was found at the Man, there's some freaking words here. Pejepscot boat launch on the Androscoggin River in Lisbon, just outside the Lewiston. Manhunt, 10:52 p.m. The Lewiston police announced on Facebook they were seeking Robert Card as a person of interest connected with the shootings. The public was warned that Card should be considered armed and dangerous. Thursday after 6 a.m. After searching unsuccessfully for Card through the night and early morning, police expanded the shelter in place order to the Bowdoin area. So when was the last time he was seen? Hold on. Where does it say the last sighting? Was it like around 9? Wait. Or was it actually at the bar? Was it, well, obviously he probably made it to the boat ramp, but is that the last he was seen at the bar? Because no, I mean, did anybody see him at the boat ramp? 10:30. Hold on, let's see. So as well as the 18 killed, another 13 were injured, including a 10-year-old girl. Members of the deaf community say the murders hit them particularly hard. We are a community, a tight-knit community, and support one another, and it's devastating to know that we have lost some of our most valued, most cared for, and cherished individuals within our community. Deaf actress and activist Marlee Matlin also expressed her grief in a post. So, hold on. There was one more new one that from today. Hold on. Let me see which one it was that we could. So, now I have a question because they have the unaliving note or whatever, and then today they were talking about some other note. Is that the same note? Oh, hey Ashley, do you know if that's the same note? It's the same one as what he was just talking about?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the suicide note that he left for his son, I'm pretty sure that's the note they're talking about. That's the only note that they've talked about openly yet, unless there's another one, but yeah. Which could,
wait.
I mean...
Hold on a second. I swear they said, hold on.
It's possible because I haven't seen
It probably is the same. Because what's the note left? Is this, because this is from today. Is it this? Note left. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Note left by main shooting suspect suggests he won't be found alive, source says.
Yeah,
I found a note. Let me make this big. So remember, I haven't read any of this, so that's why hopefully I'm not boring you guys, but I think he's gone. He probably like jumped. Maybe he did tie something so he would sink or something. I don't know. I don't think he's alive anymore, guys.
No, he's definitely either dead or he fled Maine altogether.
Let's see. Authorities found a note left by Maine massacre suspect Robert Card that suggested he didn't expect to be alive when the note was found. A law enforcement told CNN the message could be akin to a unaliving note. The source says is also part of the reason the manhunt for Card was shifted to include searching the water near where Card's vehicle was found. The note essentially gave information to others about where things could be found and how things could be disposed of, ultimately suggesting that Card would no longer be alive when the note was found or read, the official said. Authorities are following the natural progression of leads, including considering what next steps Cards may have taken. Divers have been deployed to search the river, the state's public commissioner said. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms will be conducting tests to determine whether the gun can be matched to bullets and shell casings recovered at the shootings. Let me see if there's anything else. Thursday, vehicle investigators received more than 530 tips. So wait, 2 days after a gunman shot up bowling alley in a bar, the residents across 700 square foot mile area were urged to keep sheltering in place Friday as authorities raced to find the suspect. They're putting divers in the water, obviously. Now I wonder if this is a part of his plan to make it look like he unalived himself and then he gets away free and people. So then that could be a good plan too. Yeah. And then law enforcement come to the conclusion, oh, he's probably dead. He's probably in the water. And then he changes his identity and he's a free man.
Yeah, well,
and then they're
looks like a
not
totally
looking
different
for him.
man when he shaves and stuff. Anyway, if you look at the picture of him with the facial hair and then the picture of him that he had without it, it looks like a totally different man. Like, it's wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
not
the
only-
one. You're right. Yeah, the
and
one.
not only that, but like he also apparently left his son his bank information in the letter. So that also looks a little bit more suspicious to me, as in like, oh, so that way, if his account's like, active or something, then it'll look like his son's doing it when it could be
Oh,
him.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Or his son could get his money for him and, maybe slip it to him. Like, maybe
Yeah.
he had this whole thing. I don't know, man. It's looking very strategic. And
Wow.
he's got, like,
Yeah.
2 days as of right now to, get away.
Man, so okay, so what if he didn't even go in the water? What if he wanted to make it look like that and he went a total different way and they're looking in the wrong direction?
Like a second car or something. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Wait, so okay, so where I gotta look at a map. I'm gonna have to bring up a map because I want to know like where his car was found. Could he? Okay, if he went in the water, where does that lead to? Where could he go? Can he go to multiple different places? Like, I need to look this stuff up.
Yeah, if the lake is very large, but it's like very hard. People have said like if you're on a boat, but he has a boat and a jet ski. So some people are saying like with the jet ski he could possibly do it, but the thing is I just don't feel like he'd get that far unless he had a lot of fuel. Like it leads into that little lake can lead into the ocean. So people were like, that's kind of.
What if he brought some fuel with him, like gas?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He could have.
One of his
He could've-
friends said he had a scuba suit, all kinds of crap. Like, it's wild. And he's an avid
Dang.
outdoorist. So, and
Dang,
he was in the military
might.
for 20 years. He could survive off the land easy.
But here's the thing, though. So if either he planned this and he's really smart, and for some reason I don't know what the motive would be if he is planning this. But it also seems like it's more believable that he was just going crazy. Maybe he was developing schizophrenic, or he was hearing voices for some reason or whatever, and they told him to do it, and that's why he wanted to unalive himself. So that seems pretty plausible too, though, because what's the motive? It's not like he's like the other chase or whatever, the other manhunt was the guy that was in prison, so he had a motive. He was trying to be free man, but what's what's this guy's motive? So then a part of me is going back to like maybe he was going crazy and hearing voices, or but then
said he was looking for his ex-wife.
Yeah, that's right here. It says his ex-girlfriend. Yeah, thank you. I was just about to read this. So supposedly, investigators believe the ex-girlfriend had signed up to play in a tournament at the bar Wednesday night. The sources said. According to the Facebook page for Shemenji's Bar and Grill, Wednesday is industry night, which draws employees from the bars and restaurants in the Lewiston area. So wonder why he was looking for, I know I read somewhere where they said that he was like targeting her, but why?
Yeah, good question. I don't know. That's what I'm wondering myself.
Yeah, because this doesn't really even, hold on. Is this the one that says, no, hold on. This is the one. There is an article that says something about him targeting. Let me find it real quick.
Yeah.
Right here. It says suspected mass shooter Robert may have targeted ex-girlfriend, left ranting unaliving note for son, report. So let's see if this says anything. Yeah, may have been targeting his former girlfriend during the murderous rampage, and the message he left was a ranting unaliving note to his son, according to her report. Card's sister told investigators she believed he may have been looking for his ex when he shot up the spare time recreation bowling alley in Shemenji's Bar and Grill. Investigators are looking into the possibility that the mass shooting, which killed 18 and injured 13, began as a domestic dispute. The ex-girlfriend was not identified, nor was a suspect's wife, whose divorce over irreconcilable. Wait, so which one is more current? The girlfriend or wait? It was granted in 2007. That was a while ago. Okay, never mind.
Yes.
And then in 2013, the divorce order was amended to include shared parental rights and responsibilities for their then minor child, whose primary residence was with his mom. Okay, so, Card's son was also the intended recipient of the mystery note investigators discovered Thursday while executing a warrant at Card's unkempt home in Bowdoin. How do you say that? Bowdoin? Bowdoin?
Bowden.
Bow-
Like
Bowden.
Bowden.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bowden. It's that
spelled
easy.
So weird.
Bowden. Yeah, because that doesn't. O and I would make like an oi sound, you would think.
Yeah,
But okay,
or
Bowden.
like Bowdoin or something.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
but yeah, just Bowden. It's weird.
Okay, so the sources contain rantings and personal information such as bank account details. So that was in the note, huh? The note gave information and instruction to others about where things could be found and disposed of, which they suggested when it was found or read that Card would no longer be alive. So they didn't. He supposedly wasn't supposed to be. So here's a picture of him. What's this? Oh, that's his home, huh? Oh, wow. Now I see why they said that. It almost looks, it kind of gives it like a cool look, though, you know?
No, I think it looks like a pretty cool house, actually.
It does. I know that's like what would naturally happen if you did not keep up with it, but it almost it has like a look like, you know, like in jeans, like I'm giving a bad example, but like jeans, you rip your jeans on purpose. It gives it a certain look. It's like,
Right.
it gives it
The rustic look of it looks really cool.
rustic. Yes, that's the perfect rustic. Yeah. Let's see. At least one rifle at the bar in Bowling Alley, which is about 15 miles from Bowdoin. So the Manhunt is extended to Canada as authorities there issued an alert for the armed and dangerous trained marksman 3 days after the 18 people were killed, 13 injured, with people hospitalized. So okay, so you're saying this body of water leads to the ocean, which wow.
Further down it, like pretty far, but yeah, it can lead into the ocean if you take the right way.
And let's see what else. So we read this. Let me see. I grabbed like a couple articles. I still have a couple news clips that we could watch, but who is Robert Card? There was this one, I think it was on a video where, does he have like any history of any, like as far as like what people say about him or anything?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Some people were saying that he's a sex offender, but he's not. The picture it was edited and put out there by not MSNBC but MSMBC, which is just a fake news site. But they had photoshopped his face onto another man's body.
Oh,
it's so sad, actually. Yeah, it's kind of messed up, to be honest. But they had the same name, so people thought that it was him at first, and it's not. I done the research. I checked the registry, and it is not this man.
Okay.
But yeah. But people are still trying to spread that narrative, and it's not true.
That's messed up. People spread it like purposely. I can see on like you spreading misinformation, but you don't know it's misinformation. But to purposely like edit a freaking picture and like, oh my god,
it's fucked up.
It is, man. So yeah, brown shirt, dark pants, light shoes. He attended the University of Maine as an engineering student. It's unknown if he graduated. Let's see what this says. Military background. He's enlisted in the U.S. Army Reserve. Active military ID gives him access to any military base. He was a firearms instructor in the Army Reserve, stationed in Saco, Maine, but later that was not the case. Army spokesperson told CBS Thursday that Card enlisted in the reserves in December 2002, serves as a petroleum supply specialist, has no combat deployments, has received a number of awards for his service, including the Army Achievement Medal, Army Reserve Component, Humanitarian Service Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Army Service Ribbon. Wow. I know. So he's, Man, and here's his mental health history. Let's see what this says. So we got Card recently reported experiencing mental health issues, including hearing voices, and threatened to shoot up a military base in Saco. The law enforcement bulletin said. He also reported to have been committed to a mental health facility for 2 weeks over this past summer, according to the bulletin. In mid-July, leaders of the U.S. Army Reserve's 3rd Battalion told Garrison staff that Card was behaving erratically. A spokesperson for New York Army National Guard said in the statement to CBS News on Thursday, the battalion was staying at the Camp Smith training site in Cortland while training at the U.S. Military Academy. Out of concern for his safety, the unit requested that law enforcement be contacted. New York State Police responded and transported Card to Keller Army Community Hospital at a United States Military Academy for medical evaluation. One of Card's cousins, Michael Mercier, told CBS News a lot going on in his head and called him schizophrenic. And then his access to firearms. Wow. The brand of... Go ahead, what?
Does that mean he's actually schizophrenic, or is that just somebody saying that he appeared to be schizophrenic?
No, I don't know. It just says that his cousin said a lot going on in his head and called him schizophrenic. So I don't think he's been diagnosed. No, it doesn't look like it. I mean, I don't know. I don't see anything in this article that says he has, but
yeah, I don't see anything that says so. Just people saying that he's a paranoid schizophrenic.
I think there's a good chance he might be, though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I do too. Like
unless
PTSD and that.
Yeah. Unless if he is planning this all, but I don't know what the point would be. Right. Like, why?
Well,
what's that?
Honestly, even if you're planning something, I feel like you can still be kind of crazy. Like, I don't know.
That's true. But then it's like, if you're planning it, then
not
there's
insane, just mentally
but the motive
sick.
would be like not based in reality, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it would be like him. I guess if he's hearing voices, maybe he's saying the voices are telling him to do stuff, because we hear that, you know, a lot when schizophrenics are involved in some kind of crime or whatever. It's like they'll say like they're telling me to do this. They're telling me to hurt this person. They're telling me to hurt myself, or you know what I'm saying? These voices are so persistent that they end up listening to them, or they scare them to do it. So
right. Why don't the voices ever say nice things like go light a candle and go take a nice bath, go do some great self-care? Like, why are the voices always crazy?
That's true. I don't know. Why don't they? You never hear that, but maybe it's because nobody ever reports on that, because nothing like maybe there are ones that do it, but like it never makes news or anything, because who's gonna you know what I'm saying? Who's gonna say that? Nothing. That it'd be good stuff.
It told me to go make a cup of coffee today.
Like, but that's a good point. I wonder if any schizophrenics do have nice voices, like to say that.
Interpret it into their own like little voice in their head, like themselves. You know, when bad things happen or they start thinking bad things, they say voices. You know.
That's true. They probably do just like, oh, that's just, okay. Huh. It is an interesting thought, though. I never thought about that before.
Yeah, me either until now.
The brand of the semi-automatic weapon used in the shooting was not immediately known, but officials described it as an assault rifle with an extended magazine and scope. The firearm found in the suspect's abandoned car was legally purchased. A law enforcement source confirmed the investigators are also aware that the suspect had access to numerous other firearms. Maine has a yellow flag law, which was passed in 2019 and states that police can temporarily remove guns from people deemed to pose a threat to themselves or others. It requires a 2-step sign-off from both judge and medical provider before weapons can be taken away. But they haven't confirmed if a yellow flag report was ever filed for Card. The yellow flag should have been triggered, and that Card should have been separated from his weapons. So they're saying a Thursday night press. Wait, Senator Collins. But when are they saying it should have been? After the shooting, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Questions about motive. Card left at his home in Maine, which is being described as a possible unaliving note addressed to his son, according to current former U.S. officials. Investigators are looking into whether the suspect was targeting a specific individual who is believed to be a current or former girlfriend. It wasn't clear if the individual was at either of the 2 locations that were attacked. But look, here it says, okay, law enforcement intelligence officials confirmed reports that at the end of the relationship was a significant destabilizing event for Card. However, they also point out that he had for months been threatening to kill people. So the exact motive and triggers are still very much under investigation. Wow.
Wow. See, it baffles me that he was able to keep his guns even after he went to the hospital, admitted himself in for mental health issues. They kept him for 2 weeks, released him after threatening to shoot up his military base, and they still let him keep his guns. That is baffling to me.
Oh, then that's what they were talking about right here. The yellow flag thing. They're talking because that's what she said. They'll be looked at very closely why there wasn't a yellow flag. So wait, he threatened to shoot up his military base?
Yeah,
I haven't saw that yet. Okay. Wow.
To his therapist, said it to his therapist, and how
What?
could have
And
been
she didn't do
prevented.
anything.
They could have made it
because
harder for him to hold the gun.
That's messed up because supposedly, remember with the whole James, what's his name? Oh my God, I can't even think of his name. The movie theater killer, shooter. What was it? James Holmes? Or is it Holmes?
James Holmes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember where he said he let to his therapist, he was talking about how he had urges like to kill somebody, but because it wasn't a specific person, then it's not a threat unless if it's like a specific threat of somebody they want to kill. And then that's why she didn't do anything, right? So this would be kind of specific though. This would be specific enough that you want to kill, like where you're going to shoot up. Yeah, something should have been done.
Yeah. They
Wow.
failed those people who were killed. I mean,
Man.
this could have been maybe not totally prevented, but they, because an army man, a gunsman, it's probably going to be a little easier for him to get a hold of a gun, but I don't know. They could have made it harder.
Yeah, no, they should have done something, but
And why
I mean,
he was only released after 2 weeks is also baffling to me. For somebody coming in with those symptoms, I mean, that's kind of quick.
yeah, I mean, that's true. That is true. Wait, what is this? Oh, that's the victim. So wait, do you interaction? Have you heard anything about this? The conspiratorial content?
No, I have not.
He interacting with conspiratorial content on topics ranging from stock market fluctuations to LGBTQ issues and gun rights to Democratic politicians, to including President Joe Biden. Maine authorities, however, told law enforcement partners they do not believe Robert Card had a connection to domestic terrorism. The latest on mass shootings. He interacted with conspiratorial content online, including items about gun rights and President Biden. Canada Border Service agencies issued alert to be on the lookout for Card. Card's sister suggested he may have been looking for an ex-girlfriend, not trained by military to be a firearms instructor and didn't serve as one. Wait, Army says Card was not trained by military and didn't serve as one? I thought they said he did serve as one. Did you hear it?
Oh,
Wait,
he wasn't a firearms instructor for the military. I think it was a separate place that he was a firearms instructor at.
Oh, they are saying, okay, they probably do mean in the military. Yeah, you're probably right. 8 warrants for Card's arrest. So they got 8 warrants. Most warrants will be added. Oh, that's before. There's going to be more. This must be an old one. Or wait, it does say 27. But isn't there 18 dead now? So there's got to be more than 8 warrants now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you'd think so. I mean, that's 18 people. You'd think there'd be more, but
yeah,
a lot more injured.
Definitely. And so this says right here about the yellow thing, the yellow flag. So wait, I ask for forgiveness and support as I seek to put this end to these terrible things. Wait, what's this from? Hold on. Wait, the shootings prompted Maine's 2nd District Congressman Jared Golden to reverse his previous stance on an assault-style weapons ban. I ask forgiveness and support as I seek to put this end to these terrible shootings, he said. Maine's senior Senator Susan Collins said she thought current laws were good enough, although she did say she would support a ban on high-capacity magazines for the assault-style weapons. She said that she thought Maine's yellow flag law, a weaker version of red flag laws, aimed at preventing people who show signs of being a danger to themselves or others from buying or owning a firearm, was sufficient. It certainly seems that on the basis of the facts that we have, the yellow flag law should have been triggered, she said. Yeah, it should have been from what you're telling me. Yeah, and even his stay yeah. And then it also says where he murdered the 7 people at the bowling alley. At least at that time, it was 7, I guess. How many people ended up dying at the bowling alley?
Oh
Wasn't
my God. I think it's 18, but they keep changing it. Like, I was listening to the scanner, and it was actively saying, like, it would change. First, it was like 18, then it was 22, and then they said 27, and then it went back down to 22, and now it's back down to 18. I don't know how or why, but that's kind of weird, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is weird. Huh. Hey, Poison. Huh. Yeah. So, but
Like, how do you mistake 4 people being dead? I don't understand.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, that is weird. So yeah, look, they said like a lot of people, they'll like target, like shootings, they'll target gun-free zones. And this bowling alley was a gun-free zone. And then somebody says, I've heard a few people who were at the just-in-time bowling alley that they wish that they had their handgun with them to stop this man. 94% of mass shootings in America take place in a gun-free zones where law-abiding citizens are disarmed. Why is this never talked about? Huh. All right, I'm going to go see if my mic is delivered because you know how people steal
Oh yeah.
So do you want me to play a news clip or do you want to talk?
Either way, doesn't matter to
I
me.
have
If you
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have like 10 more clips, so it's up to you. What would you rather do?
you pick. Here. We can watch something. I can make like just little comments about it if you want. It'd be fine.
Let's see. We'll do neighbors say. Okay, yeah, this one. Actually, I want to listen to this one though. Hold on, let me put on my earphones. So this one's called Neighbors Say Maine's Mass Shooting Suspect Robert Card comes from admirable, well-known family. Oh, it's only a minute long. Maybe I should play a longer one. Well, let's see if I can make it down and up in a minute.
All right.
Hold on. It's a race. It's a race, guys.
That's cute.
Hold on, what? Okay, so I want to hear this video. That's why I want to get my, on my phone. 1 second, let me get my phone up. Get my live on my phone. Okay, so let me play this. All right, I'm gonna run down there and hopefully it might not even be. You know what? I should just see if it's here. Hold on, I could just look, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so.
Now arriving. No, it's not here yet. Okay. It's 2 stops away.
That's
okay,
funny.
I'm gonna play this now.
They're probably up the road right now.
All right, here we go, guys. I'll still play it and then we could talk about it.
All right.
Oh shoot, I'm probably interrupting you because I'm listening on a delayed one from my earphones from YouTube. So if I'm interrupting you, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're really
I gotta
not.
take this out. Oh, it's annoying because I'm hearing an echo. Okay.
Ooh. I hate that echo.
But we also today learned a little bit more about Robert Card. He lives in a town about 20 minutes from here. Let me show you where he lives. He lives in Bowdoin, Maine. And as you can see, we couldn't get to his house because ATF and police agents have surrounded it and cut off the streets. Neighbors in that area, many of them wouldn't talk to us out of loyalty to the Card family. Meanwhile, just up the road, the Card family is a cattle family. They own a lot of land there in town. They're well respected. At least that's what a family friend told me just a short while ago.
As far as you can see, everything around here is their land. They're farmers. They're really good people.
What about Robert?
I knew he was back around last year because I saw his brother and talked to him while he was hunting. And other than that, he's been in the military the last 20 years, as far as I knew.
Married, kids?
I don't think so. Yeah, I've been here for 44 years. I know everybody. I mean, it's a small community, and I mean, the Cards are really good people. They're hardworking, farming people, and this whole thing is absolutely mind-blowing.
But we also
Hold on one second. Sorry. Okay. I was on a delay. I forgot to switch over. Okay. So no, he hasn't been deployed a day. They said he was never deployed. So all right.
Interesting.
Let me see what other videos. Maybe there'll be another interesting video where we could discuss. That one really isn't. That one didn't leave much for discussion. I don't even know. Do you have anything to say about it?
Not really. I think it was pretty cut and dry right there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. The next one is called, it's only a minute long too, but it talks about his arrest and divorce in the past. Let's see what this has to say.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Yeah, because I didn't know arrest. I didn't have it
arrested. Yeah.
Yeah. Me.
Well, we checked the New Hampshire court system both on a superior and district level, and we could not find any records for Robert Card here in the Granite State. However, we did find some information about Card in Maine. Now, court documents show the only criminal record for Card in Maine was an arrest in April of 2007 for operating under the influence. Card pleaded guilty to that charge. The other records pertaining to Card in Maine, in the Maine court system, only pertain to a 2007 divorce. We know Card was married 2 years prior. He shares a son with his ex-wife. Their divorce order was amended in 2013 to include shared parental rights and responsibilities of their child. Now, according to ABC News, investigators found a note at Card's home yesterday that was addressed to his son. Sources describe it as a suicide note that contained rantings as well as personal information like bank account details. Law enforcement officials also say that Card's family is cooperating with authorities as this search continues. Reporting in the newsroom.
Okay, that was kind of misleading. Well, no, it was an arrest, I guess, a DUI, right? So,
yeah, I didn't even know he ever had a DUI, so that's interesting.
Yeah. So I wonder if he's like a big drinker or is any drug, anything come up about drugs or drinking or anything?
I don't know about drugs, but I do know that his friend, so how it started was he was at the bar with his friend. And that's why originally they had thought they were maybe two shooters, but his friend's been working with the police and was like, no, man, I thought everything was fine. And then he just kind of started shooting people but yeah, they were there to drink beer. So I do know he is a beer drinker. His friend also said he's a beer drinker. I wouldn't have expected this from him. So yeah, he is a beer drinker.
Wait, he said that like those were two things were like important?
I guess so. He was just saying he's just kind of like a beer dude. Like all he does is drink beer and like whatever kind of thing.
Huh. Yeah, but sometimes beer does go along with like violence
Right?
and stuff, right? So for
A
him to like,
lot of the time, yeah. I've known a lot of people who are violent drinkers. So.
yeah. Is my screen now? Actually, since you're on streamer, do you see that flash? And does the viewers on YouTube, are you seeing like little flashes? Go ahead.
Mm-mm.
No.
Not at all.
What the heck? I think there's something going on with my computer. So on my last live too, this is a little bit different than what was happening on my last live. This black screen kept coming up.
Weird.
I know. I get weird things happening too. Remember that one when I was doing I think I was doing Kylie. The Kylie case when I got that guy, like the guy in the mask or something, like a scary face. Remember it popped up?
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yes,
was
I do. That was
creepy.
creepy. And then your computer like crashed and that was a weird day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was having like, my computer was doing the weirdest things.
Yeah, it did that a lot during that case. It's like somebody trying to hack you or something.
Yeah, no, I think there was a couple people that,
And it was always when
yeah.
Ryan Upchurch was in here too. The weird things
Yeah,
would
because
happen.
he had people that loved him, but he also had people that hated him. So he had
Oh,
like a
yeah.
lot of,
Especially
like,
in that case.
yeah, definitely. Hey, Darksea. Yeah, well, how is he doing? I haven't even heard
All
from
I
him.
know is
Sometimes
he
they'll like
has a
pop up. What? Yeah, what happened with that?
I'm not really sure. I just know that her family's suing him for defamation and some things. But I'm not really sure what happened with that. I don't really watch him, so I'm sure someone in
know.
chat knows.
Yeah, I bet you it's still ongoing. Oh, thanks, Darksea. Gifted a membership. Thank you.
Oh,
Cool.
thank
Those are
you.
popping up
Thank you.
too where I could see him. Thank you. Who
Yeah.
won? Can you see
It
who won?
I don't see it.
Oh, because
I'll
you have
check
to go on
that.
the YouTube side.
check.
Let's see.
Hold on.
How long does it normally take for it to show up?
I don't know.
Oh, Richie. Richie.
Yay, Richie Gioni.
Gioni. Oh, I was just about to ask, how do you say his last name? Is Gioni? Okay.
Be positive, yeah, Gioni.
Gioni,
That's how I
is that
said it.
Italian? Yeah, it sounds right actually.
Yeah.
Gioni. Is that
It does
Italian,
sound
do you think? It
Italian,
sounds
yeah.
Doesn't it sound Italian?
Very Italian, yes.
Yeah, does anybody know what is going on with Ryan? And you know the other creator that's actually suing him.
Give us the tea.
The creator. Well, I hate talking about creators. Well, I guess
Right.
it's Ichabod is suing him for defamation. Did you know that?
I didn't know
Ichabod?
was suing it. Yeah, I didn't know. I just knew her family was suing him.
No, he is too. Yep.
Oh, wow.
For like defamation and stuff. Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
honestly, the things he was saying, if it's not true, it is defamation, and which I doubt
Yeah,
it's
but
true at all.
I don't.
It's crazy.
Like, I just feel like when it comes to social media and YouTube, I feel like we don't want to go that route because it's like,
right.
Like, I feel like that's why, like, I was like, no, I shouldn't go that route with, my situation, because it's like, we don't want to like mess with the freedom of speech. And I know if it's lies, you shouldn't be saying it. You should only say the truth. But sometimes you're like on the line, and sometimes it's a little hazy what you think is true and not. And you just don't want, like, if you're sitting here being a creator talking about people, like, depending on true crime or whatever, like, you don't want to put that out in the YouTube like air, because like I feel like I love freedom of speech. I don't want to have to like limit and be like, oh, I can't say this because I don't know, or I have to make sure every time I say in my opinion, which I do try to make sure, but sometimes you screw up and you forget, like, and I'm not saying, I mean, do what you want, but that's just why I was like, no, I don't think I want to go that route, because like I feel like that would just, no, I just want to keep it where we could just, that's what YouTube is about, not about defamation, I know, but I mean,
right, no,
I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying if it's not true, but like,
right. Well, I mean, I do think certain accusations should be taken seriously. Like, if you're trying to say somebody's like a somebody who essayed it, for example, and they
Yeah,
didn't,
that's
certain
true.
situations are very life ruining.
That's
So I
true.
do agree that, you probably do have to say something, because you got to remember that can make you unemployable. It can make serious things come out.
That's
So
true.
certain things I do think, but which that's just in
true.
life, not just social media, but yeah. But freedom of
No,
speech
that's
is very
true.
important.
I could
Yeah.
see if it like hurt if it did hurt your channel, like but he's doing really good still. So it's like, did it really hurt
Right.
him? And maybe
That's
it did. I
true.
guess, I'm not saying he's doing anything wrong, guys. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm just saying this is how I feel about it. Like, that's why I didn't go that route, and I hesitate, because it's just like, I don't want to put that out there, because, what I do for a living, and I want to be able to, not have this, I want to be able to say what I want, you know what I'm saying? And not feel like all this censorship and stuff. So, no, you're not Black Corey. So I'm not saying Nick Mills doing anything wrong or anybody. I don't even want to give my opinion on that, because people will misconstrue it anyway. But I'm just saying that's what he's doing. And so is Kylie's parents. They're both suing him. So I don't know what's going to come about. I feel like okay, so for the Kylie's parents, or I think it isn't her, it's her dad or something. It's not even the mom, I don't think, right?
Yeah, I think
Isn't
it's
it the
her father.
dad that's doing it, or the grandpa or something? But did it hurt their business? It could have. It could have hurt whatever they do, right? I guess, because
he was
but I
also
don't.
saying stuff
I mean,
about
who
his
knows? I
mother,
don't.
too, so.
I don't know. I mean, I think it is. I think he's gonna win. I think it is kind of a bit silly though with that, because because here's the thing with that, what they're pointing out about her being fake, that is so it's so obvious that it's not true, that it's just silly. So it's like, it's not like people
believed it, man.
I know, but if you believe it, then what is that gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the point? It's just but how is that like? It's not like down. It's not talking crap about them. It's just saying a fact that's about their daughter, that's like not, it's like she doesn't exist. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say here. I just think 100% she exists, and it was just silly to even think that. But so it's just almost like funny that but I guess people did. You're right. I guess some people did actually believe that she did. So who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll win, and I just think it's silly.
No, I'm with you there.
Who knows though? I don't know how it affected them, so I can't say. I wasn't in their place to see if it did create some damaging thing. I just couldn't see people. What would they do? What were they doing? Going up and being like, you said your daughter doesn't exist, so screw you. I mean, I don't understand what was happening, but maybe stuff was happening. I didn't read the court page. I guess if I read, maybe I should read it and see. I didn't read this stuff, so who knows? But anyway,
right.
Yeah. See, look, though, because of all this, I'm afraid to even give because of how people are. It's like, I look how I just dance around my opinion, because it's like, it just sucks that we can't just give our opinion, and I don't know, and just have to be worried about it being but I guess that goes for both ways. That could go for it too. You know what I'm saying? People taking what you're saying and turning it into something else. You know what I'm saying? That could actually protect, going the other way, no, they're not allowed to do that, I guess. I don't know. It's tricky. I just probably lost all you guys. Look, my numbers are even dropping lower.
I'm still here. But yeah, I totally agree with you about it, though. That whole situation, I'm on board with that, because it's crazy. I feel like it's going to cost them more money and they think they're probably going to win, but I don't see it. I don't know.
No. Wait, Kayla, who are you saying is a hypocrite? Because I think we're actually agreeing, but I don't know who you're saying is a hypocrite, though. Maybe we're not. Because we're talking about a few different people. Because you're saying, even if we disagree, I'm not going anywhere. But why do I think we're actually agreeing? because I just kind of like went back and forth because I don't really want to put, I don't want my, I don't really, actually, you know what, though, I am kind of in the middle with everything, but I do feel more on one side than the other, but I don't think I even gave a clue to which side because I took both sides right there. Like I try to freaking give both viewpoints. You know what I'm saying? So, but there is one side I feel like if I had to choose who I'm on. But guess, let's see. I'm not going to say if you guys are right or wrong, but let me see if I was pretty good at staying neutral in what I said. Whose side do you think I was more on? Like, let's go first. Ikamel's or Ryan's?
Right.
Like, as far as like, who do I think is right?
Ryan.
I just want to see if I'm pretty good
I'm just
at
agreeing.
removing.
I don't know.
But I don't really. It's not like I feel strongly. But if I do have one that I'm going more towards,
Yeah, same
wait,
here.
Ick is H, in my opinion. But
H.
wait, Ick is H. Okay. So wait, Kayla, you're saying I get what you're saying. Now you're saying you think that what I said that I'm disagreeing with that?
Okay. Yeah.
Because
Kayla's
actually,
just
without saying too much, I agree with you. That's the side I'm on. So I'll just shut up on that. I'm not like but see what I'm saying? Like we agree. So
Yep. Seems like we're
but
kind of all there on
anyway.
the same page.
But like I said, I don't like either way. I think he'll win, but it's for sure I think he'll win with Kylie's because that's just like the whole exist and not exist. That's just like, Now I read a little bit of what is in Ikamel's and some of the stuff he's saying that he accused him of, that could be a little bit more serious. So that's why I'm thinking, I don't know. I think he should probably win both, but I don't know how that works in court. Like, I think it just depends on your freaking judge. I think it depends on your lawyers. I think, you know what I'm saying? It's not like clear cut. It's not like, oh, black and white. You know what I'm saying? Oh, these cases you'll for sure win because of this, this, and that. No, I think it depends on the judge. I think it depends on a lot of factors. Yeah. So, oh, it's delivered. Hold on. I better go get it.
Yay.
Do you want me to play a video or just leave you?
You can just go get it if you want to.
Okay.
You don't have to go through all that. So how's everyone doing today?
But wait, can I just say something? And if I interrupt you, sorry, I don't have my earphones in. Can I just say something though? When I say, oh, you were right, Kayla, I'm not talking about that I think that Kylie doesn't exist. Let me clear that up. Well, because I 100% think she exists. So when I say like, oh, I'm on that side, that doesn't mean I don't think she exists. Because I was trying to actually debunk all that. So
right. You're
like
just on the
100%.
side of-
There wasn't even a doubt in my mind that I ever thought she existed. There's actually a lot of pictures of her when she's young. I was trying to like always show those, but
you're just
I don't
on the
know.
side that freedom of speech.
Yes, I'm on that side. Yes.
Yeah.
But I love Ryan. I'm not even saying I have anything against Ryan. I almost think like he knows that. I almost think it was like almost like maybe he's like so smart that he almost planned, like it was just like this thing. I have no idea what his motive was, but I'm not saying I don't like him either. I think he's hilarious. I think he's a good comedian. He's a good musician. I don't know about true crime. I don't know about like, I think he should just, I'm just saying he does good where he's at, you know, and I'm not, you know, I don't, you know, he's only done, here's the thing real quick. I didn't follow him. I know he supposedly covered Summer Wells. I didn't follow anything on his cover in Summer Wells. So I have no idea. The only other thing that I've seen him cover is Kylie. So I don't really know much about anything about like true crime. So I don't think he even does true crime that much or anything. So that's my point.
He doesn't.
But he's talented. I mean, he's talented at his music, and he's very funny and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. He's been through a lot, man, with his family and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to, I just had to make sure I cleared that. Like, great, this is gonna be taken and twisted, and like, oh my God, Zev, she said Carly didn't exist. I never, you will not ever see me ever say that. You could go back through every one of my videos, and you will never see that I ever even said that. I was actually doing the opposite. I'll be back.
That was never even a question. But yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? I hope you're all doing well. This whole Maine shooting, man, I've been like consumed by the coverage in it, and it's so sad, man. I'm so confused how the numbers just keep switching up though. So weird. Ooh, Morningstar, you're celebrating tonight? What are you celebrating? Is it your like where you passed your test thing you had to do? Congratulations on that, by the way.
Lunch, Bobby. Come on in. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bobby.
Supposed to be talking about Zeke.
Come in, Zekers.
You're very welcome.
I'm gonna leave it. Come on in, okay?
What kind of test was it, Morningstar? I forget what you said. It was I know it was a big one. I just can't remember exactly what it was for.
Okay, sorry. I forgot to
No, you're
mute
good.
it. I got it, my mic, but I'll hook it up
Yay.
later.
That's exciting.
So, what are you guys talking about? I hope it works good.
Morningstar's test that they passed.
Wait, what?
They passed it. Morningstar passed a big test, like in school or something, I think. And I was just saying congratulations and that kind of.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's super awesome.
Good job. Good job. What, wait, was it like a fine or was it a final?
I think so. I'm not really sure. That's what I just asked. Oh, licensure for counseling. Awesome.
Whoa, that's a really good test.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
crazy. Good job. Round of applause for you, Morningstar.
Yeah. So hold on, let me play. Oh wait, Bleak's going on here. Let's play another video real quick, if you don't mind, do you? Because I'm still trying to.
No, absolutely not. You don't have to worry about what I mind and what I don't mind. I'm here for the ride.
Okay. Did I already play? I don't remember what I already played now, but because I just added a bunch. But here.
Developing news is the manhunt for the suspect in the Maine mass shooting continues. Police have been looking for Robert Card since he allegedly shot and killed 18 people in the town of Lewiston on Wednesday.
Allegedly.
The main focus of their search now is on a river, as entire cities are being told to shelter in place.
ABC's Rena Roy joins us now live there in Lewiston, Maine, with all the latest developments this afternoon. Rena.
Well, Brian and Sarah, officials say that they are leaving no stone unturned in this investigation. They really are searching high and low for Robert Card as they also continue to identify the victims. Authorities in Maine.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay. We're trying to track down alleged mass shooter Robert Card, who's considered armed and dangerous, nowhere to be found for 2 days now.
I want to assure all that a tremendous amount of law enforcement manpower, time, and effort is being utilized around the clock in every effort to apprehend the suspect as well as to safeguard this community.
Police say
Can I ask you, Mello, what do you mean? You said, have they checked Cards hunting blind? That's where I think they will find him. What does that even mean? Can you explain that? Because why am I not understanding what you're saying? Oh, let's do Google Maps. Can somebody give me, when Ashley gets back, I'll ask her, because I want to get where to
main
look.
focus right now is this river in the town of Lisbon, near a boat launch where investigators found Card's abandoned car left running with the door open and a firearm inside. Officials say Card owned a boat and a jet ski. Divers going into the water, aircraft searching from above, and sonar equipment will also be used.
So I'm not saying that the suspect, we know the suspect is in the water and this is what we're doing. What I'm telling you is you're going to see a lot of activity here.
ABC News has learned Card's sister told investigators she thought her brother may have been going after an ex-girlfriend who was frequently in the bowling alley. Detectives also going through more than 530 tips from the public as survivors speak out about the terrifying moments at the bowling alley and local restaurant, where authorities say Card opened fire, killing 18 people and injuring 13 others.
I saw someone get shot, and I saw blood splatter everywhere.
What?
And they just fell off their chair and they weren't moving.
10-year-old Tony got separated from her mother, Tammy, at the bowling alley until the next morning.
She's going to be traumatized the rest of her life now.
Cousin Trisha Asselin was working at the bowling alley when gunfire erupted. She ran to call 911, but was shot and didn't survive.
The sad part is I didn't know she was there that night. I just feel devastated for the loss of her family and especially her son.
And the shelter-in-place advisories from police are still in place here. Businesses closed, schools closed again today, and also most family weekend events at Bowdoin College here in this area have also been canceled. Brian.
Rena Roy.
Man, can you imagine now that? Wow, hold on, let me play one more. Let's see, the next one is. Let's see this one, CBS Boston. Why is there no sound? Oh, I forgot to add it.
About 8 o'clock last night.
Hold on.
Lewiston and several nearby communities have been told to stay inside with the doors locked, and they've been doing that since about 8 o'clock last night. Schools and colleges in the area are also closed still. But late tonight, the search really seemed to be focused on a home in the nearby town of Bowdoin. That is the hometown of Robert Card. Brandon Truitt has been there for us throughout the evening. He comes in now with the very latest on what's happening there. Brandon?
Hey, David. The FBI cleared out of here around 9 o'clock tonight, but not after spending roughly 2 hours focused on a home that is most recently Card's address, and family has ties to that home as well. We're here on Meadow Street, and it was so intense for a time that the FBI asked us to turn off the lights of our cameras just for our safety here, as it was potentially dangerous at the time. I want to show you the home that was at the center of this search for a while. This is what it looked like as Sky Eye flew over it earlier today. Again, this was before that search began. You can see this is near a very rural area, farmland surrounding it.
Wow,
There
that's
is
a nice
as well, placed in the front yard. Again, that was earlier, but then this evening, I want to show you what it looked like as agents approached this home around 7 tonight. Tactical teams in armored trucks pull up quickly here. We saw agents get out and surround the property. Helicopters, drones, canines, and robots were all brought in too. Now, as they shine lights on the front of the home and through its windows, agents could be heard calling commands over the bullhorn. Things like, "Robert, we know you're in there. Come out with your hands up." Now, the Maine Department of Public Safety providing some context there, saying that those announcements are standard protocol for these kinds of search warrants. They admitted they weren't sure if Card was in that home, but they were doing their due diligence. Agents left here ultimately in waves. It's unclear what, if anything, they got from that home. But David, this was the second scene we saw on this road here on Meadow Road. It shows how fluid of a situation this is. David.
Wait, where, Patty? You're saying Monkey Mar was where? At the bowling alley? What? Are you serious? Let me see. Yeah, I remember her from... There was something. Hold on. Why do I know that name? From something. I can't picture who she is or anything, but that name sounds... Was she there or she just went there after to research? Hold on, let me see here. Hey, Soul. She was at the bowling alley? So what did she see? Well, I'm trying to see if, yeah. Which news? Can you can you tell me the name of the news and I'll try to find it? The actual interview, because I see on hers. I want the actual interview though, so I'll watch the news channel. Wow, that's interesting. Where am I at here? Let me trying to think what I could see this one. Here, I'll try to look for it. But do you know which news station?
Away in Maine as law enforcement agencies from all across New England work to find the man accused of killing 18 people. Good afternoon. I'm Tiffany Chan. Paula is off. We're also learning more about the victims and survivors. Investigators said they are focusing today's search efforts on 3 areas around a boat ramp in Lisbon. This is where Robert Card's car was discovered just hours after Wednesday night shootings. Police say they've received more than 500 tips and they have already interviewed 70 witnesses about the crimes at the bowling alley and bar in Lewiston. A shelter-in-place order remains in effect throughout the region. WBZ's Christina Hager starts our live team coverage in Lisbon. Hi, Christina.
Tiffany, it's been pretty active here. We're in Lisbon Falls. We just saw several police vehicles speed past us with lights and sirens on. And earlier, a little while ago, they had gone in the opposite direction. So it seems they're just following every lead they get, taking them in a lot of different directions. Now, across the street here is the Androscoggin River. And again, we're in Lisbon Falls, and there are crews working around that river. And there's also a boat launch that leads to the Sabatis River Reservoir. And that boat launch is where the suspect, Robert Card's white Subaru, was located at midnight from Wednesday to Thursday. So in this news conference this morning, the Lewiston Public Safety Commissioner explained investigators are focused on this as one of several major focal points of their search. He said it does not necessarily mean that they have specific information the suspect is here, but it does make sense to check this area for evidence, or he even said a potential body. They are working with a helicopter above, communicating to divers and to ground crews searching the woods around here.
You're going to have some sonar as well that's going to be utilized here. And that can look like a couple of different things. A remote operating vehicle, an ROV, is divers could use that. And that will look like a pod under the water. And that is looking for sonar. So picking up shadows, if you will, of what does that look like? Could be a log, could be anything under there. And our divers, that dive team, and that, when I say, again, our divers.
There is a company, the Brookfield Power Company, that owns 2 dams in this area, and they can control the current and the water level in the river with the hope of improving visibility. Today, the Public Safety Commissioner did say and vow they will find their suspect one way or another. Now we're live in Lisbon Falls. Christina Hager, WBZ News.
Okay, so I found the channel because I saw the name on the microphone. So I'm on the channel. I'm trying to find the interview. I haven't found it yet, but hold on one second. Let me check a couple other videos. Gotta be. I mean, they're the ones that have the microphone that's interviewing her. Unless if they just didn't end up airing it. But hold on a second. This has a lot of residents. So you'd think this would be the one. Wow, this one. Let me actually share this because I want to watch this one too. Actually, hold on a second. Let me see what else I have. This one is. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me share this while I'm looking. I'm going to look for. I'll play one more video. I'm going to try to look for the rest. I don't know. I'm not finding it as far as on the channel that I could see the mic from who's interviewing.
That is
her.
the
Let me
police
look.
and FBI agents are searching a property in Bowdoin. That is the town where Card and many of his family members live. We have complete team coverage for you tonight, covering every single angle of the story. But let's begin with Brandon Truitt, who just arrived on that search scene just a short time ago. Brandon?
Well, David, we are on West Road in Bowdoin. It is incredibly rural and wooded area. We're about 13 miles from where you're at. And just down the road here is what's believed to be Robert Card's house. And I can tell you, we have been seeing the ATF, the FBI, increasing their presence really by the minute here. As you can see, these cars just essentially lined up here. The driveway they're focusing on is down to the left. I want to show you what it looks like from overhead, though. Sky Eye was here just moments ago, and you can see dozens of officers with weapons and bulletproof vests outside of this home. We have watched them come in and out of there. Now, CBS News now reporting that a note of some kind was found inside Card's house. That's according to one U.S. official who's been briefed on this search. That source saying that this was simply not a suicide note, but they wouldn't elaborate any further than that. Again, police continuing to increase their presence here on this very, very quiet neighborhood. I made my way down to a couple of homes here, and I've got to tell you, people are staying inside, their doors are locked, and their blinds are closed. This is a kind of scene that on some stories like this draws a public spectacle. That is just not the case here. Of course, Card still on the run at this point. But David, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. So it appears.
No, I can't find it on the channel. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I found other ones with other things I think they talk about being there. I don't know. I haven't watched them yet, but let's see. I got two more, and then let's see what this one. This one looks kind of interesting. Is Ashley, are you back yet? She didn't get back yet. Okay.
The executive editor of the Sun Journal, the local publication in Lewiston. Judy, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm so sorry we wouldn't have to have this conversation and that this kind of evil exists in this world. You've lived there for a long time. Did you or your colleagues know any of the killed or injured?
Well, we don't know who the names of all the people who have died and the injured, of course, but I'm certain that we will figure out that we do know them. We certainly know people who know them. One of our pressmen's uncles was killed.
Oh yeah, Kayla, so you're watching it too? Wait, how many people are or have actually been watching Serial and looking into the Adnan case? It makes me like more motivated to get this series started, to start talking about it. I'm just like, for part of me is like, watch, there'll only be like 2 people that watch it, and so I'm just hoping, because I feel like once you start watching it, you'll be interested. So how many people have been watching the Serial podcast, like I said? You did your homework? Because I really want to try to start that this weekend. Like I said, I was going to do it Thursday, but because I was so mad about the way the mic sounded, I wanted to wait till I got a new mic because it was driving me nuts. I don't know. Because I was going to... What happened is I got a clip. I was going to re-upload a clip of one of the long lives from a couple lives ago, and I put it into my editor, and I was going to re-edit it or re-upload it, and I heard it, so I'm like, oh, this sounds so bad, and then it just it made me not want to do it. Good. Okay, so Wolfpack Kayla Okay, Jojo, you're gonna start. Ashley, you have who else? Good. Okay. So hopefully when we start like talking about it and doing videos, it'll get other people wanting to do it. Oh, Serial. Hold on. Let me get the link real quick. Hold on a second. Let me continue and I'll get a link. 1 second.
So Maine is a very small community. People do know people, and this is very, very hard for folks.
Yeah, I can't imagine how hard it is right now. We're certainly keeping you in our thoughts. You and your team at the Sun Journal, you have been working around the clock since this tragic incident started unfolding in real time in your community on Wednesday night. We're now at hour 36 of this suspect being on the run, Robert Card. What's it like on the ground right now in Lewiston compared to what you've known, what you've been used to in your decades of covering this area?
Well, we're seeing that people are taking the shelter-in-place order very seriously. The traffic is down, stores are closed, the grocery stores are closed. It's hard to get gas anywhere. So we know that people are in their homes with their children, scared. You know, the kids can't go to school. High school championships have all been called off for this weekend. Professional sports have been canceled. People are sitting in their living rooms, you know, looking at websites, reading our coverage, watching television, and hoping that this will be over very quickly. But it is stretched out much longer than we would have anticipated.
Yeah, and I'm sure scrolling and looking online, catastrophizing at the same time too. Life as you know it, normalcy has been put on pause. The Sun Journal also reported that the suspected shooter, Robert Card, choosing that local bowling alley and also that restaurant, bar, and grill for this rampage was likely not random. Judy, is that due to crowd size? And what more could you tell us about these businesses being targets here?
Well, we understand Mr. Card was a cornhole player. He played in a couple of leagues, and Schmenge's has a regular cornhole league, so that is probably the connection to the bar. It's a really, it's a neighborhood bar. You wouldn't stumble across this place, and it's really a very familiar place for people in that neighborhood.
Sorry, I did the comment and I forgot to send the freaking link. I just sent it. I'm sorry. You guys are probably like, what? I put, here's episode 1 of the podcast, and then I don't even put the link. But look at a couple down. You'll see it. I'm silly. Good, Kayla. Good. I'm excited. At least if we have a kind of a good group of people that are into it. So Kayla, let me know when you're done, because I have another thing I would like you to watch. But I'll probably, maybe as we talk about it this weekend, we'll talk about like some of the other stuff that's.
I'm back.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Sorry about that.
So wait, what? I was gonna ask you something. What was it? I was looking for you earlier and I wanted to ask you. Does anybody remember what I was trying to ask Ashley?
Ooh.
I don't know if I'll be able to. It was probably something stupid though. So we were just talking about the Serial podcast, and Kayla's like hooked on it too. And
yes,
yeah. So Wolfpack's on episode 10. Kayla was on 11. You finished it. Who else have you seen that said they were watching it? Anybody else here?
In here right now, I'm not for sure, but I know yesterday when you were streaming, a couple people said they did.
Okay, good.
A couple different people. They're in here now, so.
Okay, Jojo said that you'll start watching it. Yeah, watch it. And then there's some things I want to, like when you're even done watching the series, there's other things to look into. Like, gosh, I have all the trial. I mean, well, they're out there, the trial transcripts. I wish there's more hours in the day that we could actually really realistically go through them all, but that would just take forever. But we could go through maybe some of them.
Well, you could if you're watching it on like 1.5 speed. That'll like quicken it up too.
Well, no, I mean go through them all like me as a channel trying to like read them or going. That was
right. Gotcha. I took it.
And I guess Sarah, because I'd have to read them. I could probably read them all. Yeah, even to read them all. You're right. That would, like, for me, just personally to read them. But also, supposedly, well, yeah. What's your name? Hayes. But oh my God, I can't even talk. Her diary or journal, whatever you want, however you want to call it. That's all online too. You could read it. Yeah. So I would like to at least go through parts of it. Yeah.
Ooh,
And
okay.
then yeah, there's other stuff. So Kayla, when you guys all get done, well, when we talk about it this weekend, I'll bring it maybe up some other stuff too that
Here, let
because
me
like I
go
said,
get
even the
link for a second.
documents, like new stuff that's came out since the podcast, there's like some, well, since because he wasn't even released during the documents or during the podcast, he was still in jail for a while after that. But there's like some new like
Well, he's free right now, right?
file. Yeah, he's free. He's out.
Okay, good.
But he might go back. I mean, they don't know. I mean, there's a possibility they could reinstate it or they could make him go back. I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like at the very least he should get a new trial, but I feel like I don't know the law very good, but it sounds like when people discuss it, it almost sounds like that there's a possibility that he could possibly go back without a new trial, or there could be an option where they do have a new trial and then see what happens, or that nothing can happen. I don't know. I don't know the law very much, but I'll like watch like a news clip, like even the court TV stuff we watched. That was a little bit confusing. Even the title says something like, "Is he going to be reinstated? Is he going back?" And that was like a recent video. So it's like, what does that mean? Is he going back like without a trial, or can that happen? I don't know. Ashley, I'm a little bit confused on what's allowed.
That's weird. You'd think that would be illegal just to like throw him back in there with no trial or anything, but it's probably not. It just sounds strange.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, Kayla, he's released about a little over a year ago. He got released, for like, what is it, like ineffective counsel, or wait, what was the reason? It's like that's even a little confusing, but like because
So
go ahead.
Haven Lee, her brother, like didn't have enough time to like go testify soon enough or something like that, like in person. He had to do it over Zoom, and I guess they didn't give him enough,
No, that's why they had to have another hearing. I'm talking about why he got out. I'm saying to begin with. I think it was like kind of like ineffective counsel, and like there are some Brady violations that are supposedly there's some Brady violations. So I think it's just like a combination of like the Brady violations, ineffective counsel. I know they brought up, I think the big thing at that time was the whole alibi thing, that his counsel never interviewed her or because she says they never even talked to her, so they never and then they never testified in the trial. And then I know since then they've been finding more Brady violations. So yeah, it's like that, like for instance, even the prosecutor, if you listen to what she says on his release, how she admits, there are some things that he definitely deserves a new trial at the least. I just think I think there's a good chance he could be involved, but they just don't have enough, though. That's the bottom line, is they don't have enough as it goes. So like, that doesn't mean
there's a lot
he's not involved, but like I don't know how. I still go back and forth on it. Like I think we'll talk about it this weekend. And that's why I think a lot of people, like, it just drives them nuts, because it's like it's not for sure.
Right.
Like, you'll go down this little rabbit hole. It's like, okay, well, maybe not. Okay, what about this? Oh, but this could be this, but then it could also be because of this. And then what about this? And it's like, well, this person could be wrong about this, but if they're not wrong, but then this person could be wrong, but they could be right. And if they are right, it's like all these like and then wait till you see like the newer stuff. Ashley, I talked to you about that earlier, but like,
crazy.
So you're watching Serial, and then that's why after you watch that, we'll go into like this other stuff now that's just like, wait, what? I want to say all that. But see, here's the thing, Ashley. I don't feel like, so that stuff that I told you about the other day, I don't think I should I get into that right away, or let people watch Serial first? Or should I just not, like, whatever comes up? Or I guess it doesn't matter what order people learn stuff, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
okay.
people just kind of maybe would think of it as a spoiler, but it's already all out there. I don't know. I mean, Serial kind of covers it at least, but not like, the new
Yeah, like the one person, the Krista thing, and then also the Jay's new interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. We could talk about whatever. Who cares? Because it's all this stuff that you don't even know what's. Oh, Jay's just like, yeah, he's just a freaking liar. Like, I just.
It's so bad.
And then well, she does cover a little bit that dentist or whatever, his friend, but like that new video that I don't know if you watch it yet. They hit on some things about him, like about maybe the possibility of his relationship with Adnan. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just like, whoa, could that be like, oh, I'm going to shut up. Okay, I'll quit. So a lot of people probably lost it. So we'll wait. But yeah, there's so much, gosh.
Right? It's still driving me crazy.
That's the thing though, I guess it's kind of frustrating because in the end there still is not an answer though.
Right?
It's like I still don't know. I feel like I'm gonna go through all these documents and transcripts and I'm still not gonna know.
There's gonna be a hole in your heart when you're done.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it is for me right now.
Yeah. No, they didn't. Oh, yeah, they did. Wait, but didn't they consider Asia's alibi? Yeah, no, they did. So that was one of the things. That was one of the big things where because his counsel didn't. There's a few things actually. There's a document, and I read it, but actually hold on. Well, no, we're not talking about it right now. There is a document of some of the stuff. So actually, the Asia's alibi was one of the things originally, but then when they like went through all the reasoning of maybe why the lawyer didn't contact her, it came out that well maybe that was a move that was actually did make more sense. But there were some other things. There's other Brady violations too. There's actually a document now that I remember that we could go through that talks about like some of the legal stuff. But I don't know. I'm confused what you're asking, Wolfpack. But didn't they consider Asia's alibi in his release?
Like that her alibi was part of what made him get out, I think.
It was one of the parts where they addressed it, where they wanted that to be, but I can't remember what the conclusion, if that was the biggest thing. It was definitely something that his people that were trying to get him out, it was one of the major things that they brought up. Yes, if that's what you're asking. But I forget the conclusion of everything. I feel like there was other things that weighed in a little bit stronger when they concluded everything, but I don't know. I have to look at the document again. I'm sorry. It's making me want to look at it now, but I know I should just wait because we're not talking about that right now. But I just almost want to know for myself. Hold on. Actually, talk about this case real quick. The manhunt, or I could play this video while I'm looking at something. Do whatever.
Yeah. I really wonder if he's in that water though. Like they must have like some sort of like incentive to like think that maybe he's in there. So I wonder if they found something of his or just something. Unless he said in the note that that's where they could find him, you know, maybe. Because we don't know like the whole contents of the letter yet. But, well, we probably never will. But I'm just wondering if he possibly did that for a reason. But who knows?
Okay, I'm looking at the document. That was a huge thing. The DNA testing was one of the main things. The DNA, that's what it was. That was like a huge thing because they did the DNA testing. And remember, because those people, the Innocence Project, remember they were looking into it and they were ordering this DNA testing. So they did the DNA testing and not one single DNA it was not Adnan. He didn't have no DNA on her. They did like, fingernail. So no DNA. So that was one of the big why they vacated his conviction. What's that?
I wonder if they had Jay's DNA on her.
No. Hold on. No, there was no Jay. Hold on. The fingernails. Hold on one second. Hold on. No, I mean, there was no J. There was no J's either, but
So
I'm trying to.
For you when you get done about it.
There was a lot of stuff that was inconclusive. Like they couldn't because of how old it was. Parties tested items believed to be most likely yield results for touch DNA. Hold on one second. Oh, wait. So this one's actually saying that. But where does it say this document saying that it was so minimal they couldn't? There was male DNA, but they were so minimal that there was no useful results. But I was watching something else that said that, and I remember watching it where Adnan was walking. It was a news clip, and they were asking him something or whatever, and it was like that there wasn't his DNA. But why is this saying that that there was minimal amount? So they.
So maybe.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go through it before we talk about it. Sorry, I can't answer that right now. Go ahead. What was your question though?
Okay, so kind of Kayla just mentioned it, which kind of also ties into it. What's your opinion on Mr. S, who they called Mr. S? Like the teacher who went to get a drink and then he was walking back and just stumbled upon her body.
Oh.
Yeah. What's your opinion?
That's I don't know. No, I don't think. I mean, at first when they were talking about, but see, I don't know if I'm being biased in going with what Serial Podcast concludes. Like, oh, it's not suspicious. So am I just thinking that because I'm listening to what her opinion is? Because when she first brought it up, I'm like, that is kind of suspicious. That is kind of weird. And then when she came to that conclusion, oh no, actually, it's not really. And then I'm like, okay, so it's not. But it's like, wait a minute. Why am I letting her tell me how to think? So I don't know. On that, you know what I'm saying? I think she's pretty like unbiased, but like on that one, it's like I saw myself. Go ahead. What? Tell me.
I thought at first maybe he was a little bit sus. I was like, okay, maybe
Me
this
too.
guy kind of is kind of weird and stuff. But then once she like actually reenacted it, kind of like, because at first it did sound kind of weird, like you're going 127 feet back into the woods to pee when you have to pee really bad, but you're trying to, it's just kind of weird. Like, why wouldn't you just stop at a gas station or something? I'd walk 127 feet. Like, if you have to pee that badly, like, why don't you just, I don't know, why would you walk 127 feet anyway? But yeah, I don't know, just hide behind a tree and do your business. I don't know. But like she said, you could still see, like, you could almost see that place from the road, she said. So, yeah, that was kind of weird to me that he just kind of stumbled upon, like, and the detective was like, it was a hard time. It was hard for him to see the body. So I thought that was weird. And then he said he never peed at all. Like, he just never peed at all. I can understand shock, but I feel like you'd still kind of have to pee if you already had to pee that bad.
Yeah, but I mean, she said how it was kind of open and that you would need to go that far back to feel like you're hidden. So that's why it kind of convinced me, like, okay, then.
That was just my initial thought until she reenacted it, and it all made sense. Yeah.
It was my initial thought too, but that's what I'm talking about. But I guess because she brought it to a conclusion what the area was. So I guess it wasn't like she was biased. It was just like she saw and then she described it to us.
She did it herself.
Yeah. So we just trust, okay, because there wasn't like nothing to hide behind. So it was almost like you had to kind of go that far back to feel like you were hidden enough. So that's why I don't think. And then if he's involved, why would he? Why, I guess, never mind. Maybe he would because he's nervous. Oh, if they find DNA, I could be like, well, I was back there anyway. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, man, I want to talk about this more, but I feel like we should just wait though, because I don't know. Shoot. Because I wanted to read, I did find the whole vacate thing. It makes sense now, but I don't know if I should I just, I don't know.
It's up to you, whatever you want to do, whatever you think is best.
I don't know I just never know well, here. Okay, so the vacate, so the state's motion to vacate, to just give a big summary in the document, it says it was, it's saying that after a re-review of the case, the state filed a motion to vacate on the basis that, number one, defendant's conviction was based on the uncorroborated testimony of a witness who is also a jailhouse informant who was also promised benefit for an unrelated charge. And they're talking about his friend Dennis guy that I don't know how to say his name, but you will get into that. You might not have got. Okay. I think they might bring him up. I know that she talks about him a little bit, but that other video after that I told you to watch, they talk about him more. So that's that one guy that they said was an informant, but he was like, oh, he's got some things that in his closet that are just disturbing. And then number 2, the informant testified that she did not receive benefit, which turned out to be untrue. So why is it saying she? Wait, the informant, I thought they were talking about the informant was his friend guy. So I wonder if they're talking about a different, hold on.
Damn, Adnan's got a lot of informants.
Yeah, so I don't know, because the informant, I thought they were talking about it's a he. So I don't know. Maybe that's a typo. That could be a typo. Number 3, Brady violations discovered in the state's trial file, which they're even finding more, like, as they keep going through. So Brady violations. 2 alternative suspects were developed that were not disclosed to the defense. And then a new witness who advised the state of new evidence regarding the details of the murder. I think that's that would be the alibi, maybe? I don't know. Of the state new evidence, probably. And then the state asserted in the motion that it no longer has confidence in the integrity of the conviction and asserts that the interests of justice and fairness justify vacating the conviction. So that's why they vacated his conviction.
All right.
Okay, but we'll probably read that again and I'll pull it up on screen. But just because I couldn't give you a straight answer before, I wanted to clear that up. But yeah, you guys, so watch it. It's very interesting. And at the least, like, here's the thing. Even if you come to the conclusion, either way, it's important, because if you think Adnan is guilty, then we want to do something, because he's a free man now. So if he really killed her, he's free. So maybe something should be done. And if you think he's innocent, then we need to find out who did it. And if you think maybe he's guilty, but somebody else is with him, I mean, it's just an important case, because they don't know what's going to happen now. Like, nobody is in jail now for her murder. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it feels like we need some justice. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's important, and it's freaking interesting.
Jaywalked. Like,
what's that?
I said, I think it's just crazy that jaywalked. They didn't even charge him. Just let him
That's
walk.
the thing. Jay is 100% Jay's involved, because he's the one that came forward and had all these details.
Yep.
So 100% he's involved in some way. Now, how much is he involved? Is he just, if it was just what he said, why would his story change a million times? What's he trying to hide? He's trying to hide his involvement somehow, and he's trying to make himself look less involved, I think. So I think he was there for the murder, if not participated in the murder, if not was the murder. I don't know. If he was just, there's more, there's a reason why his story isn't making sense. He is trying to hide something. He's holding back something. And all he got was probation? Like, he got a charge, but no jail time. He just got
Literally walked out of that courtroom.
Yeah. So wait till you hear the new, Kayla. Yeah, there's, it's like this guy. Oh my God. Anyway. All right. So back to whatchamacallit.
To whatchamacallit.
I don't even know. Actually, with this case, there's no more to talk about with Robert Card. I mean, what else? What else is there? I think. Well, I guess we were just wondering: is he dead? Is he not dead? There's 2 options here: either he's dead or he's not dead. Either he played everybody,
dead or he's dead.
Yeah, like either he's either he's dead, and he's probably been dead since days. He probably went right into the water and just unalived himself. Or this was his big plan, and he was a genius, because in the end, they're going to say he's probably dead and he's living a life somewhere else, you know?
Yeah. Canada.
Well, I have a question. What do you think the outcome's going to be? Do you think that they're going to come to the conclusion that he is dead and then it's over, the search is over? Or do you think they're going to find him? Or do you think they're going to find him dead? Or do you think they're going to catch him? So, okay, here's the thing. If he is still alive, do you think they will find him? If he's dead, do you think they'll find him? Either way, I don't know. I think either way they might not find him. So now that whole community, actually this whole country, we're all going to be scared, because you could go where, if he's still alive, he could go anywhere and then have a crazy moment where he shoots.
In 2 days now.
Yeah, I mean, he could come to us. He could come to go wherever. He could drive, or he could however somehow get wherever he needs to go. I mean, really. So
look how different he looks without facial hair alone. Like, nobody would look at him and think he did it, you know? Like, just in passing, nobody would think that was him.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Like, how different he looks without facial hair. Like, you know, if he is alive, he shaved. Like, so in passing, just seeing it without facial hair, you wouldn't automatically assume that that's the guy who did it in Maine, you know? Like, I wouldn't, at least. I would not think that that was, you know.
I don't. I mean, if they're
I mean, with the
look
pictures
how
out
much
there.
that other person changed his identity when he shaved and didn't he cut his hair? That other he looked a lot different too, though. Don't you
That's true,
think?
yeah. You're right. Yeah, that is true.
No, Mr. Rosebud, but I've been wanting to so bad, and I think this is like the best time out of any, huh? Me and my mom have been wanting to, and we just keep putting it off for some reason.
Right.
I know
so
we
do
just need to
I.
do it, dude. It's
21,
important
but
for stuff like this. Like this could happen. Like we could have somebody in our he could come to Ohio, but we could have another instance where they you know what I'm saying? Like we're not going to be able to protect ourselves
right.
if anything
I totally
happens.
agree. Like, my dad has guns, but I don't. Like, you know, I have authority if somebody breaks it, that I could use it. But, you know, just I want my own, you know. I want to be able to
Yeah.
take my son when we're out on a walk or something, you know.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to
The
too.
world's too
Like
sketchy today to not have a gun against people with guns.
wait, say that. Oh yeah, yeah, with the how freaking crazy
Yeah.
people are. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
you
know.
can't take down a guy with a gun with a knife unless you're super quick.
I want to pull up a map actually. That's a one last thing we could do. So here, real quick, this actually shows
Investigators just gave a
like a good map, and I'm going to pull it up. Hold on one second.
dive teams are now searching the waters near the
think this is the
boat
video
where the
that shows.
suspect's vehicle was found.
That site about 20 miles from the bowling alley and the restaurant where the gunman opened fire, killing 18 people and injuring another 13. Investigators say they have received more than 500 tips and leads from the general public wanting to help with the investigation.
And this afternoon, we are learning more about the victims. 9 of the 18 victims have now been identified. Eyewitness News reporter Dan Krauth has been on the scene in Lewiston since early yesterday morning, and he joins us now live with the very latest. Dan.
Lauren and David, police just wrapped up that first briefing they've held in the past 24 hours. They tell us they are still searching for the gunman more than 40 hours later. They're going through hundreds of tips, and they're going to be working 24 hours a day in cycles until he is captured. They're asking the public for one thing today: patience.
If you look at this boat launch overview
there we go.
Here, is that
Okay, I want to see. So the boat launch. So just so I could find it on the map quicker. So what was I guess I could have looked up the name of the boat. They said the name of it, but oh well. So boat launch. So that's between Frost Hill and River Road. All right.
Yeah, I
hold on
did
one
all
second.
this. I went on Google Maps though.
What's that?
I went on Google Maps when I did it all. Like,
Oh, you
they
have
actually
it?
marked it- Yeah, with the safe. Oh fuck, what's it called? Not safe. It's the bowling alley with that one, whatever that's called. Spare time. Yeah, that's the one. They actually marked it on Google Maps to where it says that was the shooting done there. I was like, damn, okay, that was fast.
Wait, when did they do that? What do you mean?
The same day, like right after it happened,
Oh,
like marked it as
okay.
the thing on Google Maps.
I see.
Yeah.
So I'm just interested in like this body of water. So he's saying right here is the boat ramp. That's where he pointed on the map. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. So so I just want to
And you know what's crazy is like there's no scent with water too. So I think he was just very strategic with this.
But wait, where is the boat? He's saying boat ramp. Oh, right here? Is that it?
So, yeah.
Oh, so his car's in this parking lot, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Most
So
likely.
wait, so he could be okay. Let's see where this goes. Whoa! So this river. Holy crap! So he could go either way. You don't know which way, but I guess one way goes out to the ocean. Yeah. So if he'd be smart, because this way he's just gonna go right into how far? Whoa! Look how far that goes, though.
Crazy, right?
Dang! Look. Let's see where this goes. We know the other one goes to the ocean, but let's see if this goes to the ocean in a long way. Hold on a second. Oh my. Oh Lord, so this could go into there, but let's see if it could go.
Yeah, this
Hold
way looks a
on.
little bit more rough though for a boat.
Okay, you don't. Oh yeah,
It's a little
that
tough,
would
yeah.
be rough. Okay, let's go the other way. Hold on. Let's go back.
But
All
he's
right.
a skilled motorboatist, jet
What
skier.
kind of boat does he have? Do we know if he has a boat?
I do. He does a boat, and then he also has a jet ski. His jet ski is a oh my god, why didn't I write this down? It was let me ask my friend. What kind of jet ski? It was a Sea-Doo. That's what it was. It was a Sea-Doo jet ski. SEADOO. The year model, I am not for sure, but it was a Sea-Doo.
I have no. That means nothing to me. I have no idea what that is. But I mean, I don't know. Is that like a good brand or something? Or
Yeah, it's a
okay.
common brand apparently of jet skis. But yeah, he's owned it for a little while. Just not really for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, we like me and a little group of people, we looked it up on benverified.com, and on benverified.com it said he had a car and 4 watercrafts. But he only has 2. It was just on there twice. They had for some reason done it twice.
Oh, okay. So wow, so he could go right up to Canada. Hold on. Yeah, right here. Wait, that would be quick actually. Wait, hold on. Where did we just come out at? Now I just missed where we came out. Gosh, I keep losing my spot. I keep wanting to follow it and then I lose where I came out. Hold on a second. So if he comes out like right here, can I like mark this? Hold on. How do you, I know there's a way to mark it. Isn't there?
Yeah, there is. How? I'm not for sure. I've never tried to do that.
There we go. Okay. All right. So, yeah, he definitely, that's why they said he could come right into Quebec. I mean, he could just go right in. Dude, so this would be a perfect plan. Like, he definitely could get out of the country so he would not have to go through a border at all. Like, he would be.
Right.
Now, anywhere else, that would be a little bit too far to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Wonder how far.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
how.
definitely probably had enough fuel for that.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure he probably could have carried on enough fuel for it too. Yeah, Blinda, I think it is, said that's like hundreds of miles, FYI. Yeah, well.
Yeah, I mean, it's far. It definitely is, but is it doable? Like, how many days would that take to get from here?
Even maybe, you know?
Say what?
Like, it's only been 2 days. Maybe he's still doing it actively.
Well, no, he could go into, he could go into New Brunswick. He could go Nova Scotia. I mean, he could go like any of these places, or he could go here and then go by. No, I guess, I don't know. There's a bunch of different options, really. But like from here, like, hold on, let's measure this. Where's the
I've not
Google
seen
map
anyone actually do this part on YouTube yet. Like, look, the actual ocean part.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone do that.
Well, I wonder if people just don't think it's doable. Actually, let me go on here.
That's
So
exactly it. They don't think it's doable.
Oh, okay.
I think it's possibly doable if you have enough fuel.
I mean, how much fuel would you need, though?
I'm not sure. I'm not very
I mean,
educated
like, okay,
boats and stuff.
What boat does he have? You said a jet ski, but I think that's a little bit maybe to get a jet ski well, I don't know, like to get that far on a jet ski, that might be like would that even be doable?
Yeah.
But what kind of boat did you say he had?
The boat, it was just a standard boat. Like it's not a it doesn't have a motor or anything. It's more like just a boat you go out and you fish on.
Wait, what? So it's what do you mean?
Like it's just a little boat. Like just a regular God, let me go find what kind it is. 'Cause I remember.
Does it have a motor though?
No. His actual boat doesn't have a motor, but his jet ski does.
Oh, well then so yeah, I don't think he could.
I'm trying to figure out exactly which ones they are.
So maybe I am looking. Maybe it is a waste of time because I thought he had like a boat that could do that, but I don't think a jet ski. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could, but like, how do you survive that long on a jet ski? You'd have to have food, and so he would have to stop off. And I guess he could stop. He could stay by the land and like stop off in different cities. But you think somebody would recognize him, right?
Yeah.
So what are we thinking then? That he's dead then, probably? Because if not, then that means he's on the water, and then he probably could die in trying to make it, but not.
Right. Good question. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's doable or not. I'm not a boater, so I'm not for sure, but it maybe could. I don't know. Yeah, that's what Blinda Binda just said. A jet ski could do it, but it wouldn't have enough fuel. So maybe. And Darksea said jet skis are loud.
But see, a jet ski, how would you get like food? Like, how many days would it take you? So maybe because you would have to have like a food to survive, or how many days? I don't know. When you're on the water, huh? How many days? Why won't this bring up?
I said that's what I'm wondering too. Yeah.
Why won't this bring up the crossroads? What am I doing wrong here? This is all set up different. Google Earth is different now. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's way different. I had no idea what I was doing. I tried it. I felt stupid with it.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out, but I haven't. This is the first time I'm on it. So it brings them out. I wanted to get an exact measurement, but it's about right here, I think. Hold on. No, it's a little bit lower. I think it brought him out like. Wait, hold on. Okay, right here. Why won't it? I don't understand why it's not. Is this where you put in the
what?
The
address?
Direction? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
there it
weird.
is. Okay.
It's weird.
So it's about right here. You would get out. Okay. I just want to see the distance, and then like how much gas does a boat, like, oh, jet ski's only gonna have so much gas, right? And then even if you bring some, like, how much can you hold on a jet ski? That's what I'm saying. You can't put a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you can't put a lot of stuff to travel. That's why it's like
only has enough room for 3 people to sit on it. Also, it's a 3-seater. I'm trying to find.
This sucks. Why did they change stuff? Because now I don't know where anything's at right now, and I know I can find. Oh, here we go. Okay. Here's the measurement. Go ahead. What were you saying though?
His jet ski, it only has It only has 3 seats on it. So, Yeah, like only 3 people can really sit on it. So there's really not a lot of room on his jet ski either. I'm trying to find the pictures that I have of it so I can send them to you so you can look at it. Because I had saved the pictures.
Whoa, that's a lot. Yeah, that's okay. Wait, 1,000 miles. So wait, how long would that? Hold on, I gotta see realistically. Like, cause how fast would a jet ski normally go? Would you feel safe going at a time? You think?
Good question. I don't know, maybe like a car.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
All right, sorry.
No, it's okay. Sea-Doo jet ski. Yeah, I don't know the year, bruh. Hold on.
So yeah, it would probably take him at least 2 or 3 days to get to Quebec, right?
Yeah, you think.
But because even if you go 60 miles per hour, which I don't think you're going that fast on a jet ski consistently, that would be 17 hours. So even if you break it down to 30, so if you double that, like 40 hours, and then he's going to have to stop, I would say a couple times. So he could probably do it in a couple days, and like he could stop at any of these places along the way, right? But then it's like, well, people recognize him, right? Because these are the people who are going to be watching for stuff, you know? So it's doable, but you would think he would get caught. Now, could he have enough? He would only need a couple days worth of food. I guess that's doable. How much gas? I mean, I guess, but wouldn't it would be a lot to carry. Like that'd probably be, would it be too heavy to have that much gas to never have to stop? But he could stop he could try to hide out in any of these spots, I guess. Really? So who knows? It's doable, but because I mean, there's all this. I mean, you would think so. There would be people on all these borders waiting for him, right? But I guess you can only have so many people. So I don't know, guys.
I'm gonna text you the pictures that I have from Ben Verified about his watercrafts. My friend just sent them to me.
Okay.
But they,
yeah, I don't know.
I just sent those, and then you can look up what kind of like the pictures of what they look like and stuff. That's what I did.
So that's
I
what
don't
he
think I
has.
saved the
Wait,
pictures,
it's a 1989.
Yeah, that's his boat, the actual boat.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one is it.
So see, we can see how much gas. Oh, wait, okay, see 20. Wait. 2019.
Also, that maybe could have been a typo. Could be 1998 as well. I've seen Ben Verified make some the mistakes here and there.
Let me see here. I want to see how much gas, like a tank size. So that jet ski you sent me could have. Let me see. Tank size. Hold on. Depends what model, but let's just do like an average. So you could do grand gallon. So Sea-Doo. Did you give me the exact model? I mean, maybe they don't.
That's all.
Oh yeah, PWC.
Yeah, it's on there, I think. Yeah, type PWC, year, and then length as well. And then the watercraft details, it has the hull number and hull type down there too. Whatever the hull number means.
On average, a watercraft can run for 1 to 2 hours on a full throttle with a full tank of gas. That's it?
Wow, that makes it look a little less likely then.
While burning around 10 to 15 gallons of gas. But these are averages. But here's the thing, it's still doable because he still has land. He can stay and he can stop off a million times and get gas. But it's like, what are the chances that people aren't going to recognize him and call it in? No.
You're right. And
If
there's
he's
a lot of
getting
islands
gas.
around that area as well.
A lot of what?
Little islands, like.
So you think that?
Maybe. I'm not going to discount it. Maybe.
Because it says an average watercraft burns 3 to 4 gallons of gas per hour. Wait, then that would last like 3 hours. So what? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Then.
What the heck?
This one's saying, oh wait, okay, there's different kinds. So this one says 4 to 7 hours on 1 tank of gas.
Okay, maybe.
So the 60 HP is the most fuel efficient, but I don't know if that's what that is. This means you can ride a whole weekend even on 1 tank of gas. On one hand, you can't expect the same top speed acceleration on the Spark. Wait, I don't know. They're just naming all kinds of different things. There's the CDU RXT, which can burn 25 gallons in a single hour. So it just depends on what the heck. And I can't find, all that says is PWX. I don't know. I can't find that exact one on here. I have no idea.
Lots of different factors, it seems
or PWC. What's that?
And it seems like there's just a lot of different factors on how long it'll go for.
Yeah, yep. Let me look at what you sent again, because all that says is, oh, it does have the hull number. I guess I could look up, but
yeah, I think that maybe is the, like, I don't know what that means really, but I think it's the like kind of like a model number. Maybe they just call it a hull number. I'm not sure really.
Okay, let me see.
Could be.
Okay, C do PWC 2019. What are they called? Jet ski. No, I just forgot what the whole thing. Oh my lord.
I did it too yesterday. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, wait, what is it?
Yeah. It's like, what? All right, let's see what we can find.
I wanted to just call it a motorboat, and I was just like, yeah, well, that is right, but it's a jet ski.
Yeah, it's wait. See, I don't know the model. Where it doesn't say model though, right? This is, it has off GTX that's checked, but I don't know why that's checked. Okay, let's see if I can find a haul number. I don't see anything option for a haul number though. I don't know. Oh well. So it's maybe possible it's like they're varying so much. Like one says 7 to 8 hours, some are 3 to 4 hours, some are 1 hour. So I have no idea, guys. I don't know what. Let me put in haul number, I guess, and see what that pulls up. But there's not an option, so I'm just gonna Google it and see if it.
Right.
I think he's gone now. Just like from a little bit of research here of seeing all this, I almost think that he's dead already, because I think if not, he would have had to stop somewhere sometime. I feel like somebody would have recognized him, because they're gonna know those areas. Yeah,
that would be a little suspect in my opinion anyway. If you just see somebody on a jet ski and they're like, I don't know, just going in the ocean for one, who's like going deep in the ocean on a jet ski. Usually it would be a boat, right? For long travels. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like a jet
no,
ski.
but if he comes in to even have to go in at all, like I feel like somebody's gonna see him and go into a city or the town, and because they're gonna know what areas to be on guard. Like that's gonna be an area that there's a possible reason to believe that he could be in that area, right?
Exactly. Yes.
So yeah, I think he's dead, guys. I really do.
Unless he's still alive, but maybe even in a different state. Maybe he just fled in a different car, you know? Who knows?
That's an option. Everybody's looking this way, and he could be totally the other way.
Exactly. Maybe that was the reason he went to the boat ramp to like throw everybody off. He's not even in the area.
Yeah, maybe. But I still do think, like, if I had to guess and bet on it, and I had to bet, I'm leaning more towards him dead. If I had to, but otherwise, yeah.
Now that I know everything about the jet ski, like the deep details, like I agree. I've got to say.
But watch we find out, like, tomorrow's like,
Secretly, he was found in the ocean on his jet ski asleep or some shit. Like, damn, that son of a bitch was like, I don't know. He did do it, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I don't even know what else to look at. I mean, this whole number is not. I'm not having luck with it right now for some reason.
Yeah, I don't even know what that really means. I've never heard it. That term.
Well, it explains what they do, but it's just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in the mood to like really go through it and try to figure this out or something. I don't know.
It could be.
I don't know what it is. It's like I don't.
Understandable though. I didn't.
Yeah, I think
all that. I just looked up a picture of the boats.
Wait, you did what?
Just looked up a picture of what the jet ski would look like and the boat itself.
Would you wait, isn't that what you sent me though?
No, like that. Yeah, that's what been verified, but the actual picture of the boats, like not his, but
okay.
Google. Yeah, I image searched.
Anyway, guys. Yeah, I don't know. I'm ready to freaking go brush my teeth, and I feel like I'm still kind of hungry. I ate like a BLT, but that's all I had breakfast and then I know, and I don't know where else to go with this. I think we just have to wait. I mean, I think it's just waiting game to see.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then as far as the whole Delphi thing, whoever said they filed a new something else today, can you send me that? Because maybe I already went over that, but I felt kind of rushed earlier that I wanted to look for, but then I knew this press conference was happening, so I hurry up and ended it. But if there's something else that I missed from today in Delphi, try to share my stuff, guys. Man, I think my last live only got like 200 views. We gotta get it up. Please help me. I'm hurting.
That's what she said. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't even know. Because I'm not like, I need to get other social media. I'm not one to like, I'll be in Facebook groups and I'll see like all these other channels being shared, but I feel weird sharing my own. So I've tried to get mods to be like, share. We try to share some with groups, but I think a lot of my mods aren't really in Facebook groups a lot. So it's like they have to go out of their way to try to do it. And
I'll start going into some true crime groups. I'm already in a couple of them for different cases, but like especially
because so many. Yeah, because like when I'm in groups, there's so many other channels shared. Like people share YouTube stuff all the time, so it's like, and it won't even be them sharing it, and it's like, dude, why can't people do that for me? Especially, I really need it right now, and I'm being a little baby. But you know what? I never ask for that kind of stuff, but I really need some help because my channel, I don't know. So I am gonna ask because all the other channels do. Like, hey, subscribe, hey. Donate to my PayPal. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And I never do, but like I'm at a point where I'm so low that I'm gonna have to start doing it. Like
you just need a little help, and there's nothing wrong with that. No, I don't mind doing that. I'm sure some others don't mind either.
I'm not good at it though, but like I wish I could do it more consistently.
I'm pretty good at promoting things, so I can help you.
Thanks. And yeah, if you guys want to and here's the thing, if you are going to do a super chat, maybe do a PayPal instead, because since they do take out, which I don't mind, like super chats, I understand the whole appeal of it because they, you know, you get to write your comment and then it gets seen and like, you know, so I think it's awesome. But also they do take like almost, I think, I don't know. They always change it. I think it's like 40% and sometimes it's like 30, 40, I don't know. They take almost half of it. So basically, because you split, there's different like things where like, you know, the ad revenue, they take, I think 50%. Memberships, I don't know how the memberships go, but I don't know with super chats. I've heard different things, but so yeah, I have PayPal too. I need to get the Cash App
Right.
though. And I usually hate asking, but dude, I am like struggling with like all of my freaking gosh darn
Yeah, definitely get
medical
Cash.
bills too. Like I'm like thousands of dollars now. It's just I'm just depressed and it makes me almost like not wanna. It should motivate me to like try to do more, but it's just like it makes me like want to do less. But I know I need to just do more videos, but it's just dang it, I don't know. And I just started trying to like my credit. Like I had horrible credit and then I let so much time where now I'm like at a beginner stage where I have like a beginner secured credit card where you have to back it up, but since I have to start all over, so it's like what is my point? Hold on, what was my point?
You just need a little help.
Oh, my point is I don't want to let I don't want to let my bills go again and have to start all over. So I want to try to like, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Totally.
know. I'm just stressing. I'm going to regret even saying any of this stuff right now, but.
No, there's no reason to. I understand totally.
And then the stupid mic, I had to do it, guys, because it's like, who's going to want to watch my lives when you hear this beeping? I shouldn't have said it. But I hear it now every time and it drives me nuts. And I'm like, man, people are going to be, so I just want to try to make it like listenable, but
I get that. I definitely
So yeah,
do.
I have that, but I hope I hook it up and it doesn't even make a difference. I'm going to be so mad. Watch it something else is causing the beeping or something.
Right. Well, even if that's the case, I'm sure you'd be able to return it if you had to, you know? So.
Oh, I don't know who doesn't have them blind to blind. I don't know, but here's the thing. I did one visit and then, cause I just lost my insurance like last probably 5 or 6 months ago or whatever. And since I have to go every month for my labs and stuff, like it's ridiculous. I thought I brought it up like, oh, I think a prick of a finger, it costs $1,000. And I don't understand why, because they're pricking my finger. I thought it would be like a couple $100 every month. And sometimes I have to go twice a month. I don't understand. It has to be something wrong, but I know there's not, because I mean, I've had more than one bill like that, but yeah, no, I know a lot of people have it. I know. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying my whole point is like now on top of it, my channel's been doing so bad, so I'm just struggling. That's all. And normally people are able to just like go on every time and be like, hey, if you guys want to join this or join that. I don't, so it has to be come into something like this before I'm able to even do that. But a lot of people do it every video, you know. But
Yeah,
and I don't want to be, I can't, I'm not that type of person, but I'm just telling you right now, I'm like, now I'm into a point where I feel like I don't have a choice.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, because my views are sucky, so I'm getting crap in ad revenue, so
right.
I'm just sorry guys, I'm just at a
Do you tag your videos at all?
Yeah, I always do.
Oh, okay. I wasn't for sure.
I broke what, Blinda Blinda? What did I break?
Broke it? What?
I broke the Piscata. Our water temp should be 50 this time of year or a bit higher. Oh, shorts. But you know, shorts just help with like maybe getting subs. You don't get really like as far as like ad revenue, you get way less. Like you know that I have a Johnny Depp video that has like almost over 2 million views, and you know how much it's made, like a couple bucks. So shorts is the answer to maybe help build your subscribers. So that's why I try to do them. But as far as like making any like money off of ad revenue, you don't. because you can't, there's no ads in them. There's ads like what it's like a shared thing. It's hard to explain, but it's a different way that you do. But I don't know what you mean broke. I'm curious now.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna go eat, guys. Now that I've complained for like, but good thing there's only 40 people watching, so it's not
True.
that like a lot of people heard me complain. But well, thanks, my 3 sons. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm getting shaky. I need to eat something, but I'm gonna try to hook up my new mic and see how it works. But
Yeah, you'll have to let me know. All right.
Darksea, I don't know either. I even said last time I was in when she's like, because they always want to see me like often. I'm like, I can't keep coming in. Like my levels are off, but I can't come in every couple weeks. Like, I'm sorry. And I was like, and I told her how much it was. She's like, that no. And I said, I'll show you a bill. Like, why do I keep getting bills for that? She's acting like it shouldn't be, but it is. I don't know. It makes no freaking sense. I go in there, they prick my finger, and they tell me my INR. And it's like, I think the 4,000 was for 2 months, but even if the 4,000 was for 2 months, that's $2,000 a month. And I have to go in at the minimum once a month. So how am I going to afford that every month? No, I'm not. And that's only just for the INR. And then I have other things I go to other things for too. So yeah, and I have insurance. That's I have like this. I lost my other insurance. Okay, so here's the thing. I lost my insurance for like 3 months, and then I have this other insurance. I explained it all, which sucks. It sucks. It's like $300 a month. Well, it's actually like 500, but I get this tax credit, and so it's
that's good.
But it's still, it sucks. So it's like I almost don't want to do the insurance and just somehow, I don't know. It just seems like it's not helping me to pay, you know what I'm saying, for this, to pay every month for it.
It makes a lot of sense, yeah.
But I lost my good insurance. So it was like I had the good insurance and then I lost it. So now I have this sucky insurance. So yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hop off here.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Ashley. I'm just like rambling.
No, you're okay. Keep talking. Shit. I just, I don't know.
Broke the microphone. That's what they were talking about. Ashley,
yeah,
I
I'm
think.
so confused by that. I was like, broke what? I thought maybe she thought like a body part or something. Because like you were talking about your health and then it was like you broke it. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I know. Well, then what the heck? Then if that's the case, then I need to sue them. I could show you guys now. I swear to God, like it.
Definitely.
And I thought and when I keep getting it, yeah. So then what the heck?
Damn, they inflate that price.
What are they charging me for, dude?
For doing it, giving you the shot, or giving you the finger prick.
Yeah, but
that's crazy. That'd be a lot of money just for that, though. I don't know.
I almost want to show you because now I don't want you guys to think I'm lying, but then I don't know if it has information.
You don't have to do that. You don't. We believe you.
I'm not lying, and trust me. I've been just so depressed about everything, and then now my teeth and stuff. It's just I don't know.
Oh yeah, I get that.
I know. I know everybody. I'm not saying there's a lot of people that are going through it. I know. Yeah, I know, and it sucks. Yeah.
It really does. That doesn't mean that your problems are any less than other people's, though. And you're allowed to vent whenever you want. This is your channel.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You don't have to thank me. It's the truth.
Anyway,
yeah, Darksea's right though. I probably would ask them like, "Hey, can you tell me what exactly all this money is going towards?"
I'm gonna bring. No, well, okay. Here though, when I said, "Oh, it costs this much to the people, the nurses," that are like, "No, that shouldn't be. That doesn't sound right." And then I was asking them other questions, and they're like, "Well, we're not billing, so you have to talk to billing." And then when I call billing, you just call them and you don't get answers. I didn't question that the billing that they're like ripping me off, but maybe I should. As far as
Maybe
it was
you
the
should.
nurses, I said, when the nurses try to get me to come in more, I'm like, I can't afford it. That you guys cost way too much to, and they're like, that doesn't seem right. But they're not the ones I'm gonna have to talk to for the bill. You see what I'm
Right.
saying, for the issues, because they're like, whoa, we don't know, we don't know nothing. I
Yeah,
mean,
you'll
you're gonna have to talk
call
to them.
your both your in. You'll have to call.
So I
both your
am gonna
insurance
call them
but
tomorrow. God, I
I
just hate calling. It's just that's a
I
job in
do.
itself.
I hate, I just have phone anxiety sometimes. Like if it's not my
Me
friend,
too. Yes, I do too.
yes, if it's something like very official and like professional, I have
Yeah.
such
Oh my God, I hate it. I'll put it off. I'll put it off forever, and it's like you put it off, and it makes the freaking thing. It makes it worse, and you're just like,
It does. I've actually lost
dude.
my original like when I was younger because I would not want to call to like reschedule my appointments. I had to get over that.
Yeah, even something like that. No, I could relate. It's just,
It's bad.
oh my God.
I hate it. I know I should
Why?
do it. I just don't. And then once I get it
No,
done, I'm
I
like, oh, that
God.
wasn't that bad, but it's just awful.
Yeah, it's like we make it worse, but yeah, I do. I have it. So that's what that would be called, a phone anxiety for it, it is. It's like sucks. It's
Yes.
like even for records and stuff like that, if there's stuff I have to call, like I won't do it. Like let's say I want
Me
to
too.
order like for the channel, if I want to try to get like records request or something. If it's something like, oh, you have to call to get it, nope, I'll move on to another case. Like it's
Yeah, I know.
anxiety. Like I don't want to have to call. It has to be like online or. And then, like, if I do call, I hope to get a voice. I'm always hoping to get like the voicemail, so I could just leave a voicemail and say everything that I need on the voicemail, and then they'll know what I need, and I won't have to like explain it again.
Yeah, right?
Oh my God, I hate it. Yeah, dog. See, I'll probably put it off. Here's the thing: like, instead of with this whole bill thing, I'll end up would rather just like try to pay. Like even slowly pay than just call them and get it figured out. Like I'll put it off, but no, I'm going to because if you're saying it says $15 and $20, then they are freaking ripping the crap off of me. I mean, there's something going on. That's what I figured. Pricking a finger, you go in like how, and then of course they have to pay maybe a fee for what they do, but how could that be that much,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, the fee
I
just
was
for
thinking a
that
couple
is
hundred maybe, and that seems like that's probably too much.
Yeah. Like, and that's at most. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like at most, I was like, okay, yeah, a couple hundred would be the most. Yeah. When I got that first bill, I'm like, what? Are you serious? Like,
how is that possible?
dang, you guys. Yeah, it's making me. Yeah, I'm gonna go because now I want to look through everything. Tomorrow. See, tomorrow's the weekend, though, so I'm not even gonna probably be able to. Are they open on the weekend? Oh my God, I don't know. Oh, I just feel overwhelmed, man. It's a very high income if you make under. No, it's a lot lower, my three sons. That's the issue. You have to be like broke to even get it. That's the problem, my three sons. Are you talking about like Medicaid? That's the issue. So the problem is, it's like there's no middle ground, not even a middle ground. Like you have to be either so bad or, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't even want to talk about it. It's depressing me. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to get something to eat.
All right. Enjoy your food.
All right.
All right. Bye, girl. Bye, everybody.
All right, bye. Wait, what do you mean just insurance? I don't know. This insurance sucks. I just wish I didn't have like all this like medical stuff that I do need to go every month, which, you know what I'm saying? And then it wouldn't be too bad. There's a few things that it's like I have to do. So it just sucks, but oh well. And it sucks because the warfarin's not that expensive. You know, the warfarin's a cheap drug. It's whatever. They're ripping me off on it, I guess. Guys, all right, I'm gonna go. Sorry, just ignore me. I'm just being a baby, but I do need to get better at promoting my stuff, though. Because there's nothing wrong with that. This is my job. I wish I could be more like that. I just hate asking for help. Because even though it's not, it's just a part of the job. Like when you're a creator, it's just a part of your thing. You know what I'm saying? You put on your things, and like now I don't have Patreon, so I can't promote that anymore. I need to get a hold of them because I appealed that and I didn't hear anything back. But like my merch too. I need to get a new design for my merch. Does anybody want to help me with that? I mean, I'll pay them. I need to get like a good logo or something that I could put on my merch so I could promote it. I don't really have, my last one got taken off, so I don't have anything to like wear, and so that would help too, but I need to get something cool. What else? I need to get a Cash App. I do have PayPal, but I need to get Cash App. Otherwise, I don't know where anybody's at. I need to get some views up in here, so I don't need to ask for any of the extra stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna hook up my new mic. Wish me luck. I hope it's good. Yeah, but it's not the blood. My three sons. It's not the blood thinner. The blood thinner. The drug is actually pretty cheap. It's well, if I think there must be something else going on, because if you're saying INR shouldn't be that, then maybe I don't know what they're doing. I go to a Coumadin clinic. It's a wait, it's not called Coumadin clinic, but it's called hold on. No. It's actually at the hospital. I forget what they call it now. Because it's like a Coumadin clinic, but it's not called that. It's like, well, this is making me mad. I wanted to be able to get the information. It's called, they actually changed the location and they called it something weird, but before they changed the name, it was called Anticoagulation Clinic. That's what they call it, Anticoagulation Clinic. I go to. I'm definitely gonna have to call them then, because something's not right. So hopefully they'll be able to figure that out. And I actually applied for like a to answer my three sons. I applied for a sliding scale, because this is what I make, so cut me a break and freaking give me a discount. You know what I'm saying? That type of a thing, or it depends on what you make. And I've had to send it back. This is like the fourth time. They keep sending it back, like, oh, you forgot to send us this. You forgot to send us your Social Security benefits. Yeah, because I don't make Social Security benefits. What are you talking about? I'm not on Social Security. They keep doing stupid stuff. I'm not on it. What are you talking about? So that's the last one they sent back. So this will be the fourth time I'm sending it back with a big no. I'm not on Social Security. So come on. I told you this is what I make. This is what I'm on. This is my job. And so we'll see what happens. So if I'll get some kind of a discount off of it. But I've been trying to go back and forth with them but the whole point of, you're saying if they're charged, they might be overcharging me anyway. So, well, I'll figure it out anyway. But yeah, if somebody could come up with a cool logo for merch, I mentioned that before, dude. Something that you could see that somebody would want to wear on their shirt or something, or you know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm good at that. I've created a couple designs and they barely sold crap. So I don't think I'm good at determining what people would want to wear. So if anybody has that kind of maybe talent, or I think I do too much. So I think it's with me, it's too much. So maybe I need somebody that's more tone it down a little bit. I think I want to add too big or too colorful or too much, maybe. I don't know. So maybe something just simple or something. I liked my one design where I have like a bunch of I really liked it and I sold some. I mean not that much, but I mean some people liked it. But like I said, it took me like the way with Teespring, you have to put it on each shirt. And I had, and like it was, the way I did it was like in like 4 different parts. So it took me forever to put each part, all like 4 parts on each shirt. It's like, is it really worth it to go through that again? Because somehow it got like taken off. So I could probably, I'd have to go find if I even kept the art for that. I don't even know if I have the 4 parts. So you know what I'm saying? So I don't even know if I haven't, if not, to recreate the same thing. No, it's not even worth it. So I might as well just come up with something new that I could actually buy some and then promote, like wear it on my show, like videos like I used to on the other stuff. And that actually helped sell a little bit because I would wear it and be like, hey, you know, but now I have nothing to wear to show you guys. So I would like something cool if anybody could come up with something. And I wouldn't even mind and maybe possibly come up with a new profile pic for like my channel, like something true crime related. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody would have to just come up with something for me though, because I feel like I've tried in the past to get people, but like they want too much input from me on what to do. And my whole point is I don't know what I want. I just want something true crime and like, I don't know if you watch me. I don't really know. That's my whole problem is I don't know what. I want somebody to just do it, like figure it out for me. And I'll pay them. I don't know what would be appropriate, but now I like my profile pic. She did a really good job, but I feel like it wouldn't be bad to update it. Plus, I don't know what for merch. I don't know would people want to buy merch with that on it? I don't know. That's why I feel like probably not. I don't know. I feel like I don't think my face would be something people would want to buy. Like what's a cartoon version, but I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, Kayla, I don't know. Yeah, if somebody could come up with something. Oh, yay, my 3 sons. That's so sweet. I don't. I'm pretty good at like art. Like I could draw. Like I feel like I'd have to like practice it. You know what I'm saying? But I have like that artistic ability as far as drawing. But I'm not creative, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, it's like show me something and I could draw it, but come up with something in my head, no, I'm not very good. You know see what I'm saying? So I have that ability where I'm artistic in a way where like I could like if you tell me draw this, I could draw it, but yeah, to come up with like a new thing out of nowhere, I'm not very good at that. Oh yeah, Crystal, but then I feel like I get a lot of crap if I do that. Well, where some people like it, but in order to get a lot of views, they do want some kind of like learning content. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do that and maybe keep like 40 people every time, but like this is my income, like my job too. So in order to like at least, you know, I could do that like maybe once a week, but like for the people that, you know, have a small attention span, like I don't want to say small attention span, but they just want content on a case. There are a lot of people that just want that. The majority of people do just want that, I feel like. So, but no, I could like maybe do like maybe once a week and just come on and talk. I like doing it, but I just feel like not enough people like that. To be honest. I need to put some more pre-records. Here's the thing, like I want to do more pre-records, but they take me so long to edit. And then when I just get a couple hundred views, it's like, it's not worth like 20 or 30 hours. Some videos could take me 60 hours to edit. And it's not really worth my time for a couple hundred views. Like what you make like probably like 50 cents. And I'm not even exaggerating. Look up what like a couple hundred views would make. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes I've been struggling to make 1,000 views, but even 1,000 views sometimes is like a couple bucks. So it's like to spend like 20 to 60 hours on something and you only get, I have to try to be smart because I have to pay bills and try to use my time wisely. So it's just, I'm trying to figure it out, but I still have to do some pre-records, I know. They just take me forever. I have that Patrick Westfall one done. That took me, like 3 days of staying up for hours. But I finally had it done, and that's just like clips, and then I just added some visuals over the audio and stuff. But it just takes a while. So I don't know. Yeah, Mr. Roseman, I guess I could just come on every day and just talk, but then I feel like I'll lose a lot of the people that just want facts, then they won't come back for, I don't know, it's just tricky. People are, I don't know, it's weird. Because remember, the people that are commenting, now there is only 32 people, but let's say sometimes if we'll have like 100 or something, or you'll have, let's say like maybe 1,000 views, but then there's like 30 people or 50 or let's say even 100 in chat. And then only maybe 20 of them are chatting. So you're thinking, oh no, look, they all like it. They're saying that. But you got to remember there's a lot of people that are watching that aren't chatting. You know what I'm saying? And so there's a lot more other opinions of people that don't like that. And then like, I get a lot of, especially recently lives where people are like, oh, like, I don't know, people just want to get to the point and just watch facts. I know I would love to, yeah, but it's like, that's why I want to do that Adnan Syed case. I'm going to do that in the Bunch Apart case. But it's like, when I'm lives, because I do have a bit of, I think, adult ADHD. I think I got it from drug use. I really do think my past drug use made me develop a little bit of like ADD type things. So I do get kind of like all over the place. And I feel like a lot of people get so annoyed with that. So here's the thing. I either do a live stream and I'm all over the place, maybe, even if I'm like so prepared and I have like so much knowledge on it. Sometimes that makes me even more all over the place because I have so many thoughts like, oh, this. Or I spend like 60 hours editing pre-records. You know what I'm saying? And then it's not as much all over the place, but yet I spent so much time on it and the payoff isn't worth it. So it's just like going back and forth. It's like, what's going to be worth it? I'm trying. I'm not giving up, but it's just been really hard lately. And then out of all times, it's crazy because like I said, I lost my insurance. I think it was May. And then all this stuff happened in July. So it's like the minute I lose my good insurance and then my channel takes this big crap hit. And it's just like, God, when it rains, it storms, because if I would have lost it and my channel didn't take that hit, it wouldn't have been as hard and I probably would have been okay. But I lose it and then this happens. And then it's like, God, man, how am I going to afford this now? And then I went to like I said, I went to the hospital once in this whole midst, and that created thousands of dollars in bills because one freaking hospital visit, and I didn't want to go, but I felt like I thought for sure I was having another pulmonary embolism. And I was like, I put it off for a couple days and I'm like, am I going to be stupid? And like, am I like going to die? And I, cause it really felt like that, and here's the thing. I told you I got this crappy insurance now, and it was the day before my crappy insurance, which it still pays, it still pays some, but it was the day before, the night before it was going to come into effect. And I sat there and I was like, I want to wait. I want to wait till tomorrow. But I thought I already waited a couple days thinking I was having a pulmonary embolism and I could possibly not make it the next day. And I kept thinking, God, if I could just wait, like, I think I was down to, because I think I ended up going at like 6. So if I could have waited another 6 hours, but I was scared and I said, well, what's the point if I don't make it through tonight? And but I wait until my insurance kicks in. What's the point? So I went. So that hospital visit was before the insurance. So that was going, but with 0 insurance. And it ended up being not a blood clot. It was lung inflammation. So that's why it was creating this like hurt when I breathed. When I would breathe, it would hurt and stuff like that. So I was like, God, if I could have just waited. So I'm like mad at myself about that. But I didn't know. I don't know. No, not this one, Ashley. They rejected it. I tried. They wouldn't. Medicaid would, but not stupid insurance. I'm telling you. I'm almost thinking I shouldn't even keep it because to pay it every month, and I don't even know if it's worth it. So I'm trying to figure that all out. But I never would have guessed. The whole thing is I was thinking, oh, I try to calculate, oh, it couldn't be more than this if I go. I never would have thought it was that much money. I'm getting bills from like 5 different places. Oh, the radiologist over here. Oh, the x-ray technician. Oh, this primary doctor. So it's like you're getting the hospital bill and then you're getting 5 other bills from other places from one hospital visit. It's ridiculous, guys. It's ridiculous. What do you mean it would have covered it? It didn't. They rejected it. I don't understand what you're saying, Ashley. It didn't. It's not covering it. They tried. Trust me, we tried. Yeah, I'm still alive. I'm just whining. I don't know what a pegboard is. Maybe get like a pegboard. What's that? And we can help. No, we can know you. What are you saying, Crystal? I'm confused. Can you write that again? I don't know what a pegboard is. I probably should. Blunt, bad, a little bit fine. It's pouring? Really? Yeah, we're just hanging out, Peyton. Got a few people in here. Hey, Mr. Rosebud. Oh, I keep forgetting you're not in the States. Yeah, it's ridiculous, Darksea. Oh, but wait, what would I do with it? I'm confused, Crystal. What do you mean then? What do I do with a pegboard, though? I don't understand what to do with it then. Take a bath. I want to take a shower. Wait, what do you mean, Mr. Rosebud? Do I have to pay for fair use? I'm going to check it up. I don't understand. What do you mean? Wait, do I have to pay for fair use? I'm going to check it up. I'm not sure what that means. Check it up. Pay for fair use. Yeah, I don't know. Who's rude? Rudolstein? Oh, you're just joking around with Peyton, probably, huh? We don't Discord, Mr. Rosebud. We use StreamYard. Huh? You guys are confusing me. Wait, what? I am lost, guys. No, my legs are hurting. All right. I feel like you guys are speaking a different language now. I know. I don't get it. I'm not following the chat now for some reason. What'd you say? In some way, shape, or form, I believe big pharma and hospitals. It's just all a catch-22 to keep us coming back. They don't want to fix us because they would get broke. Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%. But wait, Mr. Rosebud, what were you meaning? You're the one that said the fair use. You're going to leave us hanging. What did you mean? I'm so curious. I'm so curious. Yeah, Ashley, I don't know. You should have stayed on. I really thought I was going because I'm starving, but I just keep thinking I'm so annoyed right now. I don't want to just be by myself now. I feel like I'm now mad. I'm like depressed. I just need to, gosh darn it, everything, man. This has just been a bad freaking couple months, really bad. I'm just thinking about everything that's happened. Like right when I think that I'm gonna try to be okay, something else happens. Dang it, man. This has just been a sucky freaking, I would say, like 4 or 5 months has been like downhill for me. Down the hill. It's been like one thing after another, and I can't get ahead in everything. With everything, I feel like. Yeah, I see it in me as much. I'm just being venting, I guess. Just mad at the world. Till the wheels. Sometimes life is just sucky. It's weird because it's like it always comes like I said, when it rains it pours. It can't just be like one horrible thing. It's always got to like keep piling on. I don't understand. Can't it just? Oh man, how much can someone take? You know? Oh yeah, like the detectives, Crystal. Okay. That would actually be cool, like a cool background too. So not only would it be useful, but it would look cool. Yeah. I don't know, Peyton. I am so hungry. I guess I could just get food and eat it on here, but I feel like I want to brush my teeth. I want to take a shower. I should put out that Patrick Westphal video. I was gonna do it on a live so I could actually like talk about it as we listen to it, but I was gonna do a couple shorter ones on it because he says some interesting things that I feel like not even about like as far as like necessarily thinking he's guilty, but just some of the things he said that are kind of interesting. I also want to go through the Adnan Saeed. I'm excited to talk about that case. That's like I haven't felt passionate about a case in a little while that I am about this case. As far as like just like being interested where I want to learn more. Like that's been a minute since I felt that way about a case. I mean, I'm trying to think the last one that I felt like ooh about. No, Delphi, but see, when it's cases like Delphi that I've been just like slowly following because it's like, oh, update, and then years pass and update. That's a little bit different because, yeah, I'm really into it, but it's just like a slow thing because we've already, you know what I'm saying? All this, most of this stuff came out, and then talking about like where there's a case, and then you just like dive into it all at once. You know what I'm saying? And there's a bunch of stuff to go over. So I think maybe the last one. Well, we had Kylie I really got into for a while, you know, until, you know, I feel like I don't even know. I was going to say until like we got the answers, but there's still some weird things that I don't understand. Like, yeah, I'm not even going to go into that, but yeah, there's still some unanswered questions there. You know, the Vallow case was a big one. Watts, of course, Watts. I don't know. This just case is very interesting. There's a lot of stuff you could just like keep like learning about. You know what I'm saying? I'm still finding new stuff, poking around like, oh my God, what about this? And it's just like it's still finding new stuff to look through about it. So it's just, I don't know, it's really interesting. It's kind of fun to go through and I don't know. I just definitely passionate about it. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to going through that. So you guys watch, like, I mean, you don't have to watch serial podcasts. You could watch whatever you want on it, but that's the case that that I want to talk about. I just think that's a good starting point to watch it and get you interested in it. You know, and then there's still new stuff. So that, like, once you finish serial podcast, there's still a lot of stuff that to learn. I still have like a ton of stuff to go through that's not in that. So there's still like a lot of more stuff that you could go through. Like a ton. Like I don't even think we'll be able to get through it all, really. There's a lot. You want to see me brushing my teeth? Who are you talking to, Peyton? You're silly. Do I sing in the shower? No, I don't sing in the shower, but you know what I've been doing lately is I've been listening to serial podcasts in the shower, but now I finished that. So I've been trying to listen to something about for work, you know, something that I need to listen to for my channel. I've been trying to, like, so I feel like I'm like being productive still, you know? So I bring my little speaker right next to the shower and I turn it up real loud and I listen to something. So but no, I don't sing. I think before that I feel like I might talk to myself a little bit in the shower, I've been told. Or in the bathroom in general. I don't know. But no, I don't sing. No. Do you? I guess there could be a time if you have a song stuck in your head, I could see, but not like it's not a common thing. Yeah, I should eat something. I had a BLT. I'm like obsessed with BLTs where I have them a lot. They're so good. But I had one for dinner. All right, I should go, guys. I am kind of anxious, but almost like not feel like I don't even want to mess with trying to get my new mic, but because I'm scared like I'm not going to be able to get it to sound right, and then it's going to be you know what I'm saying, and I'm not going to know how to get it to sound good, and you know the weird thing is it's different because on this stream is the only, like, if I do a pre-record and then my mic doesn't do the same thing that it does when I'm on live stream. So it's like the only way I'm going to really know how it sounds on a live stream is do a live stream with it, you know? Because it's different. Microphone always sounds better when you're like doing a pre-record. It just sounds different for some reason. It's weird. Got a wife. Who are you talking to, Crystal? You said you got a wife? Who are you talking to? I need to brush my teeth. Like my tooth is hurting, but anyway. Wow, I keep forgetting. For a minute, I keep forgetting I know I'm on a live, but it's like I'm just thinking I'm hanging out. Well, I guess I am, but I just like stay quiet for a minute and start thinking. Yeah, I do. On my teeth. It's like, especially now that I know that I have a couple cavities that I need to get done. It's like for sure bothering me even more. Like it's like, okay, I gotta floss. I gotta keep them so they don't get worse until I get them done. No, Derpstein, what comment? I might have. Remind me what it is. You said on my driving one. Will you remind me? Yeah, I'll rinse my teeth with the water a lot if I can't get to a. All right, you guys, I better go. So you guys, yeah, catch up on like I said, however you want to go. If you want to do it a different way, but we're gonna be doing the Adnan and Saeed case. But I do highly recommend Serial because, like I said, it's like a good introductory type thing to get you into the case. And I say introductory because it seems like she's being thorough, but then you see that there's still a ton of things that you can go through, you know. Plus, she's just giving you like a condensed version of, let's say, her going, like, for instance, like her going through the trial transcripts and then telling you, pointing out different things, but like you could still go through them all, or you could go through Hayes' diary, or you could go through other court documents. So it's like there's still like a lot you could go through. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, I recommend that. But if you even want to watch other stuff too on it, that's what we're going to talk about it. I was going to set it up where I was going to do like, oh, we do watch the first Serial episode and then we talk about it. And then watch the second, and then we talk about it. But I don't. I think it's better because if we just kind of like talk about some of the things and like generally the whole case as we go, because like Ashley, you've already seen all of them, and Kayla, you're on 11, and you know what I'm saying. So it's almost like to just go through one might be too small at a time. Like I just think we could just go through. I don't know, or should I kind of like go back, see what the first episode does, and like kind of like at least make sure we cover all of that. But I feel like we might need to talking about something, and that might lead into wanting to talk about something else. You know what I'm saying? I'll see how it works out when we start talking about it. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm so hungry. All right, bye guys. So yeah, this weekend, let's see, today's what, Friday? So I'm thinking Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. Hopefully I'll feel motivated because I do want to go over a couple things before, but I guess I don't need to have it 100% all the way gone through because I feel like I already watched a Serial podcast. I already read some documents. I already watched another couple videos of a series of it for that. So I mean, I don't like in my head I'm like, well, no, I want to now finish reading the transcripts. I want to watch. No, I mean, since it's going to be a series, yeah, we should just start talking about it, and then I'll feel like I know enough to at least start talking about it. All right, bye guys, bye. I'm really ending now. But Crystal, you never answered. Who were you talking about asking if they have a wife, though? By the way, I don't have a wife, but I don't know if you were talking to me. Did you get your answer? Yeah, I'm not married. I know I keep saying I'm ending, and it's like I don't want to. But yeah, I am. All right, bye guys.